For me, one of the first couple clients that I started working with, everything went good. We met them for the first time, and then I was gonna go show them houses. I give the husband a call and I'm like, hey, are we still good for 6 p.m. today? He's like, yeah. And then I get a phone call from the wife, and she's just cussing me out. She's like, why are you talking to my husband?
Welcome back to another podcast. Today it's myself, Manrob, and Realtor Dee in the building. So we are going to do a podcast more around real estate, but we're also going to have some fun with it with some interesting questions.
Now we're going to talk about everything. We're going to talk about real estate, talk about a bunch of random TikTok, Gundam on the road, shenanigans.
Before we start, Prime. She has never tried Prime Energy, so we're going to both try it together. There you go. We're going to get an honest opinion because people are very heated when it comes to Prime. So let's go.
I'm an addict.
Cheers. Yep.
Sears.
I'm gonna be honest, I don't usually like that one, so we'll see.
Just be honest.
It's better than that one for sure.
Better than that one? Yeah.
Yeah.
It's okay. I have Red Bulls too, yeah.
No, this is good.
I could probably blow up a house with how much caffeine I have in my house right now. Probably make a bomb with it, bro.
I don't think you should be saying that.
No, I can, bro. What do you mean?
There's that narrative right now.
I don't think you want to associate yourself with blowing up anything.
I can, bro. I do it for leisure, bro.
That's not good, though. Why are you doing this on the podcast?
What if I like mining? What if I like mining for gold and shit? Fucking, you're so manged, bro.
All right. Shout out Boss Exotics for the primes, though. Appreciate you.
Yeah, okay, yeah. Shout out to Boss Exotics. Shout out to Realtor Dee for coming out, hopping on the podcast. So just to get to know you a little bit, tell us a little bit about you. Back in the day, did you always plan on being a realtor and all that? Yeah.
You know what? It wasn't originally the plan, so I actually went to SFU for psychology.
Nursing?
Not for nursing. Those stereotypes. Just because I'm a brown girl.
Gonna say, yo. Health sciences.
Bro, there's so many stereotypes. This guy's talking about blowing something up. You're a nurse. What's going on over
He's
here?
digging himself in the hole. And me too. Why dragging nursing into
my bad.
But no, it wasn't always the plan. I think I knew pretty early on I wanted to help people, and I thought it would be through psychology, being a therapist, and just figuring out why people are the way they are. And a couple of years in, I realized that maybe this is not what I want to do, because I feel like if someone told me their problems, I would not be able to go home and just let it go. Yeah. So I'm like, this is going to be a lot mentally. So then I had the opportunity of going to some open houses in West Vancouver, and it was some luxury properties. And the realtor just showing the different features, walking around, and I'm like, wow, I can really see myself doing this. So I started looking more into it. I got licensed. I found a great team. And I've been doing it for almost a year now.
Solid.
Damn, that's crazy. So when you say you're doing psychology at first, I know a lot of people that do psychology because they're like, I want to learn how people get happy, and I feel like that'll give me some next level shit. So do you feel like you got the answers to how people work?
Kind of, but
I feel like therapists don't know shit, yo. Sorry, my controversial opinion, but what do you think?
Well, I feel like therapists are probably navigating their own shit, but it's just interesting. There's the scientific part of it, maybe the neural pathways in your brain are a certain way, and it's due to your past experiences, and then there's also you have predispositions genetically and stuff like that. So it's a lot of things tie into it. So even though they don't have the answer for everything, I think they do have a good understanding of why people are the way they are. Yeah. And they can help you help yourself work through those complex feelings.
Yeah, no, therapists are pretty good, yo. I'm about, I went a little bit too hard on them. If you have problems, talk to a therapist and shit,
Yeah.
One thing I was gonna say though, with you being obviously doing psychology, right? Do you feel like obviously whatever you learned in that program helps you with selling houses because you understand people better?
Definitely. When I first joined my team leader was just you're basically a counselor for a lot of people, because when you move into a house, there's probably a lot of life changes going on. Yeah. Sometimes they're bad ones, maybe it's a death or a divorce. Yeah. Alternatively, maybe your family is growing and maybe you're ready to upsize, and there's a lot of emotions involving that. So in order to work with clients, find them the perfect place, close the deal, there's a lot of high stress moments and a lot of high excitement moments, and to be able to manage those feelings, I think it does tie into psychology.
Yeah, that shit trains you like crazy, bro. Handling all those situations where people just stress the F out, taking it out on you and staying calm, get the deal done. 100%. I feel you, yo, because I feel like I got that from working customer service and shit. Yeah. It's just calming people down. But yeah,
Definitely.
I actually relate to that because first, like now I'm almost done engineering, but first I was doing biology out of high school. So I switched from that, right? And I remember at that point, there was a lot of negativity that I could have gone towards where it's like people love to talk shit. They're like, yo, this guy wasted this much time. But I was like, nah, man. Like, even if now I look back, like I know shit from that. And that was like an experience. And maybe because of that, I got the dedication. It's like a part of life, yo.
100%.
Like switching programs, people talk so much shit about people that switch programs, yeah.
Yeah, they do.
But it's literally like a part of life, bro. Like it makes you who you are, you know?
100%. And like, how would you know if you didn't try that?
Yeah,
Then
yeah,
you might
literally.
be like wondering, like, oh, what if I did biology? But like now you got it out of the way. It
Yeah.
like helped you grow in different ways.
Yeah.
And you
Yeah.
can still apply that to like anything you do now.
Yeah, that shit was rowdy, bro. But it's too rowdy, bro. I never want to have that many flashcards again, yo.
Yeah.
All these
I
stupid all these
bet.
words and shit. Ekdeep over here did engineering and then he went into criminology, bro.
Yeah.
And now he has both, bro. He's just like,
You're
Yeah.
doing both now?
I finished both. I graduated this week.
Wow, champ. Congratulations.
Yeah,
Look
wow.
at you.
Thank you,
Oh, wow.
thank you. Done.
Straight
Obviously,
up.
enough about that. Going back into your real estate
Yeah.
stuff, though, what's the most awkward part of you obviously transitioning into being a real estate agent? Like, obviously going from school to
Or most
that
unexpected part.
Unexpected or awkward
Unexpected part.
Yeah.
Most unaccepted I think with real estate, you're kind of self-employed, and that can be kind of wild because if you work at like a conventional job, you have a manager and they're kind of telling you like what to do and like how to improve, and they're managing you, you know. But when you're
Yeah.
managing yourself, sometimes you're your own worst critic. And
Yeah.
what I find is that like the mentality part of it can be really hard because like I'll have days where I'm like super productive and other days I'm not productive, and then I'll just like get down on myself and I'm like, fuck. Mentality is probably the most unexpected part of it because you really have to be in the right state of mind and you can't like get down on yourself because it's like anxiety can go one of two ways. Either it can motivate you or it can just like cripple you, you know?
Yeah,
So you
yeah,
need to
yeah,
find a
yeah.
good balance of like not getting too down on yourself and still getting your shit done. So yeah.
What's been your worst moment then? You would say, like, obviously, like selling, like being a realtor.
Ekdeep's taking the podcast into the gutter real
Yeah,
quick.
I'm going to.
Going straight.
I want to know.
Alright.
I think the worst part of it is that seeing the results is not instant. So the people that I talk to right now, they're probably gonna buy a house 3 months from now, right?
Yeah,
So
yeah.
it's a patience game for sure. And when you're used to a regular job and you're getting paid every 2 weeks, then you see that like instant gratification. But then some days it feels like I'm like talking to all these people, having all these great conversations, setting up searches, taking them to go see places, and nothing's coming out of it. And it just like fucks with you really hard because you're like, why is that
Yeah,
working?
yeah, yeah. You have to rewire your brain, yo. Because
Yeah.
everybody around you is like 80 or 90% of people like work for people too, right? The thing though is like the one thing that I like about being self-employed or rocking your own thing is like you never have to worry about getting taken advantage of or like ripped off.
100%.
Like you know what I mean? Like all the jobs I've ever worked at, I felt like I've been giving these guys way more value than they pay me, even if I made a lot of money or not a lot of money. Yeah.
Yeah.
So I feel
Yeah.
like the thing with being self-employed is like you might not get paid every day, but when you do, it's like yo, you earned that shit and it's yours, and it's
Yeah.
like we're different, right, dude?
Yeah, I think for me, it's like obviously like working for myself has always been like the ultimate goal in life. Just because I want to be able to take off whenever I want to take off. I
Yeah.
don't want to ever have to like answer to anyone.
I
think
don't know,
that's, like,
yo.
the
There's
selfish
both.
part about me is like obviously like you know if I have something going on in my life, I don't want to burden someone else with like oh you know I need time off because obviously
Yeah.
you're working for someone else, right? But if it's your own company, you're like if you take time off, that's on you.
But yeah, both paths are kind of sick though. If
Yeah,
you can
100%,
make it
but
up.
depends.
Buy
You know,
some
I'm not
executive position and just get a bunch of stock for not doing shit, right? Like,
Yeah.
to each their own, bro. But I definitely look at the self-employed life.
Yeah,
Sure.
100% same.
Yeah.
Same, 100%.
What do you guys think of all this talk about like escaping the matrix and how everybody hates being an employee now? Like, because realistically, like we still need employees out
Yeah,
there. Like
yeah.
the world's not going to function. So what's your guys' take on that?
I think most people wouldn't realistically like do the whole jumping out of the matrix thing. I feel like that movement is so strong online, but in person it's like, yo, these people are just trying to feed their kids and shit. Like, they don't give a fuck about the matrix.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I feel like most people are always just gonna be like not like yo, some crazy
like,
shit.
Like if you're happy at your job, right? If you're doing 9 to 5, but you're happy doing it, right? Then like just if you work hard, you're happy, you know, you got a decent life. Then like I guess like what are you really escaping?
I feel like, yo,
100%.
you know what I've seen in 9 to 5s that has really like broken my heart is like, yo, I've like worked places when I was like 18, 19 with people that were like 50, 60, and they became my buddies, right? Just because I was the
Yeah.
type of guy, I was like, fuck, these guys are making my buddies, right?
Yeah.
And then randomly, these guys would come up to me, they'd be like, I've worked here for 40 years, and today HR said this to me. And they're like, I thought I would have this much respect after giving my life here. They don't give a shit, yo.
They don't.
Boeing had engineers that were working there for like 40, 50 years, and like 3 years ago, they laid off all these motherfuckers without a notice, bro. It's
crazy.
Like when it comes down to it.
Yeah,
Like,
but that's the thing. Like when it comes to that, that's when the shit part.
like, you don't want to see people that work for people get canned like that, bro.
Yeah, it's like heartbreaking for sure.
Yeah, but like yo, the escape the matrix shit definitely resonates with either people or me. if you're like young and you don't have people depending on you, like family and kids and shit,
Yeah.
and you can actually go out there and like hustle and do something.
For
You know,
sure.
the Matrix thing, it gets kind of crazy.
Yeah, like we're all young, so like for us, like we don't got no kids, or like yeah, obviously I don't know about Manrob, but I don't think we got kids.
मेरे तो अफ्रीका चाहिए पांच
Yeah.
See, yeah, but we don't got no
I'm
kids.
joking.
You're like hiding them somewhere.
Yeah, because
Nah, bro,
the
nah,
reason this guy goes on so many trips around the world.
nah, nah. Bro, you guys are mad. Freak it out.
Nah, but obviously like not having the kids like have that responsibility is like lets us like kind of be more free, right?
Basically, it's just like when you're young, you can do whatever the fuck you want.
It's their
'Cause-
time to take risks.
to like
It's their
learn.
Time to fail. Like,
yeah. Because who wants to like take a line of credit on their house when they're 50 and put that money into a business that fails, bro? That's depressing as
Yeah,
fuck.
for sure.
When you have kids and family around you, the time is now, and like I wouldn't care if I get settled down later. If I have a vision, I'm gonna like go towards it, you know?
100%.
Yeah.
And why not do it to the fullest, and then you won't have those what ifs lingering over you. And it's like, yeah, I failed. Maybe I'm gonna be
Yeah,
a realtor
yeah,
and
yeah.
publicly fail, but like I
That's
fucking
true.
tried. I'm putting
Yeah.
my everything into this.
That's
Yeah.
the thing. Like no one can ever fault you for trying.
Wait, so now that you're doing real estate, right? Wait, so how long has it been since you got your license?
I think I'm going on working with 10 months on this team.
That's sick. Okay, and so like now, can you see yourself doing this for your whole life,
Yeah, I
like
can.
as a career and shit?
I
That's a
actually
big
can.
thing.
'Cause
That's good.
For me, I've been working since I was 16, so I've been
Same.
doing like retail
Wow.
office jobs. Like I've done all the customer service stuff,
Yeah,
and I can't imagine myself going back and having to ask somebody for like 2 weeks off, and they're like, "Oh, you gave me 13 days notice, not 14 days notice." Like I just can't
like
do that
3
anymore.
days off.
Yeah,
Holy.
that's what I'm saying. Like you want to be able to take off.
It's not worth
Yeah,
it, bro.
Not worth it.
Definitely.
So-
Imagine like it's fucking Joaquin that birthday, you,
Yeah.
you gotta go to work and shit, bro. You'd be like, yo,
For
this is
real.
canned, right? It doesn't matter what your comp is, bro.
One thing the employers I feel like won't understand with us this is like your wedding's like a week long, man. And we need that time off, man.
Yeah.
Like, actually, bro.
One thing about this is too is though that they hate like for the most part like working for people and shit. Like I feel like so many Punjabi people I know became entrepreneurs.
Yeah.
Just because like we have this thing where like yo, you don't really want to work for someone and like
It
be in
comes-
those situations and shit.
Yeah.
100%. And they're killing it though. There's like all these construction companies,
Yeah, they're
like
killing it though.
Truck
People-
drivers, you know.
yeah, definitely. And then they make it their own.
We'll do a bunch of there's a bunch of
Bosses.
door number they come too, right?
Yeah, yeah.
It's just rocking.
Straight up.
Right,
That's
just
why our parents can
hustle.
like, take time off though too. Like it comes back to time off. I just want to be able to take time off, man. I don't care.
Yeah, time is everything though, and
Time's
flexibility is everything. Because it's
Exactly,
like
yeah.
you work your life away, and then you can't even spend that time
Yeah.
how you want. Like, what's the point of that?
Yeah.
I'm gonna get really deep. I think like obviously this is so deep, but
What are you
like I don't
saying,
want, I don't want my dreams of like what I want to do in life to just like when I'm like 60, 70 be just like dreams.
Bro,
You know, that's like that's the
Yeah.
scariest thought for
I
me.
feel you, bro.
You feel
me?
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's
I
the
feel
scariest
you, bro.
thought.
The thing is, for me, bro, like I feel like I could work for someone for so long, but there's no exit, bro. Like, you have the money that you have, right? I feel like, bro, if I could found something and make something, an organization, you can exit and get acquired for like M's and call it a day,
Yeah.
call it
Yeah.
life. There's no exit from being an employee or
There
anything,
isn't,
bro.
for
There's
sure.
no like riding off into the sunset.
No.
You know, you found some shit, like you sell it, that's it, yo.
Definitely, because you're exchanging your time for money, and that's only sustainable for so long, and that has like a ceiling to it. Whereas if you create systems and you like invent something, then those systems can work for you, and
Exactly.
then that in turn can buy you time and flexibility.
Yeah, that's what all it is. Like you know, people say money doesn't buy happiness. Money buys you time, which in turn buys you happiness.
Yeah.
Holy, bro, straight, right?
Yeah,
Fuck
me and
it.
Manov are definitely gonna make it out, bro. I'm telling you, and you
I
as well.
I
and
believe
as
in
well.
you guys.
You
Yeah.
as well.
Yeah, me and Nick gonna start a bunch of shit, yo, in the next few years.
Yeah,
Yeah.
kind
We're like, we're gonna
sign,
start random ass shit, yo. Like,
the sign in the back, yo, just like it's just there. You just will announce it soon.
the thing with Ektip is like my relationship since day one with him has been bros, but like fucking podcast first, yo. Like
Oh.
make a good podcast that people like to watch that can one day, you know, like benefit like people and like us and be a good thing and shit.
Yeah.
So he's the type of guy like I've never fucked around with too much, yo. Which is a good guy to make businesses with, right?
Yeah, yeah.
Because you're not just gonna end up.
It sounds like he's giving the disclaimer that he doesn't fuck with you like too
Yeah,
much.
yeah,
No,
it's only on the
No,
pod,
bro. I just mean like me
Off
and
the pod, get the fuck out of
we
here.
can get shit done. You know, me and Ektip has been getting shit done, bro. Some friends when you chill out, you just want to go boating and fucking
Yeah, I know.
chill out and
if, you,
shit.
if you saw mine and Manorov's conversation, sometimes it'd be like it's like low key depressing.
It's like bitching each other out to do more work, bro.
Yeah. I'll get a message from this guy 4 in the morning.
I'll be like-
Like, get the
Yo,
fuck
he's like
up.
up thinking about it, and he's like cussing you out. Like,
Dude,
what's going on
like,
here?
6 a.m. This guy in the morning texts me, like snaps me, he's like, I'm editing the pod.
Yeah, no, that was at
Yo,
3 a.m.
hustle.
today. And then I woke up at 6 a.m. and this one guy who's mentoring me for business, he wanted to hit the gym for 3 hours, right? And I was like, what the
no.
fuck? So we hit the gym for 3 hours. Just
Yeah.
call said it. And then after that, I had a long day. Yeah, now we're working the podcast. Also, I had this, yeah.
Yo, you're
that's-
hustling.
Have to. You are too, though. Like,
Yeah, you
like,
are too, yo.
yeah,
This podcast is about you, yo.
That's about you. Like, enough about,
Podcast about you,
yeah,
yo.
enough about us.
It's
But
the therapist in me. I'm turning it
yeah,
back on you
this
guys.
is exactly.
Holy
she's
shit, right?
She's giving us an opportunity to
Yeah.
vent.
See, the thing is, like, I feel like maybe like a podcast is just my therapy and shit, bro.
Might be, right?
Talk
There
a
we
bunch of
go.
shit. Like,
Yeah. You know, one thing that I always wondered though too with like open houses is like there has to be those awkward people at open houses where it's just you don't know why they're.
I would
even there.
never go to open house. I'm way too weird, bro. Like, I don't know what the fuck what I would do.
Yeah,
Look at the closet and shit. Like, show me. You know?
Show me everything.
You basically just like wander around, like open the door, look in the closet, like
Oh
keep
my God.
walking.
It's so easy to hit a lick from what I see in the movies. People always rob open
Yo,
houses.
don't promote that. Nobody robbed my open house.
Yeah, nobody robbed open house.
Yeah,
Like,
if you rob open houses, you're actually a dick. But
Yeah.
But no, but like you have to have some sort of experience like where you're just like this is really awkward. You have anything like that?
I don't know. I feel like I like to believe the best in people, so sometimes I'm like oblivious.
Yeah, I feel you, yo.
Usually, people like walk in, I'll like introduce myself, like feel free to take a look around and let me know if you have any questions, and then they kind of just like go do their own thing.
Yeah,
And then
yeah.
they refer
Actually,
back to me if like
you
they
don't
need
like
to.
follow people around and shit, and they'll be like,
I'm not a creep
Throw
like
the
that. I'm
key
not
and
gonna be,
come
like
out.
lurking through like the door, like watching them. Like,
behind the
credit
fucking
score
curtain,
key
just like this.
yeah.
Shit, the window peeping through.
yeah. True. Mental
Like emerging from
pre-approval.
the closet, it's like, do you guys have any questions? Like, nah.
Okay,
bro,
but like
just,
as a
stand in the back.
realtor, you have to have some sort of equation in your head when you talk to people that are potential clients, you're always crunching numbers and shit.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
always.
Well, like a lot of times, their listing agent or like sorry, their buyer's agent is the one that knows all the information, and I can't really solicit them, so I can't ask them too many questions if they're represented.
Oh,
So,
actually? Okay.
yeah.
Yeah, that
That's
makes
rowdy.
sense.
It's kind of like having a lawyer, yo.
Yeah, there's a whole bunch of compliancy around being a realtor.
Yeah, you have to follow a lot of rules. I know that.
That's
Yeah.
nuts. Did they make it harder now to get licensed? I heard.
Yeah, I think so.
shit
I
like
think it's
that.
like getting harder every year because they're trying to like filter out the people. Well, like I think places in like Winnipeg, there's like 4 tests that you have to take. Here, you like take 1 test and then you do like a few components. It's like a Zoom class, and then you have to do like an English proficiency test.
Yeah.
It's like time consuming, and it's like kind of hard, but there's like private schools that like help you out with it and stuff. It's
Yeah.
not like
Yo, what do you think of that CBC Marketplace episode on fucking realtors and shit?
Yeah,
That show's
that
hella
was
racist, yeah.
Yeah, that's
They only put freaking Gande brown people on there. They didn't put any Gande Gore, Gande anyone else. It
It's
was like targeted
stereotypes.
against brown people.
literally. It's
And then
stereotypes.
yeah, you go on the comments and everyone's like, "This is how my neighbor has a good house. I knew it all the whole time." And it's like, bro, 99% of your neighbors are just hardworking brown people that work their ass off. And there's like, you know,
For
it's like,
sure.
I don't know. What do you think of that?
I didn't watch the actual episode, but I saw
Yeah.
like clips
That's
on
like us too.
TikTok and like all of like the
Yeah, yeah.
feedback it was getting, and I think they definitely pushed like a narrative.
Yo,
100%.
those guys buy, bro. I don't trust them for a
Sure.
second.
Even this whole foreign buyers ban, I don't know if you guys are familiar with it.
The what?
It's
Foreign
a
buyers
ban. So for the next 2 years,
yeah,
no
yeah.
foreigners can buy. But now there's a whole bunch of exemptions. Like if you're on a work permit and you have the work permit for like
Yeah,
160 days, then you can buy. Like
That's so easy to
In
like,
general?
scam through.
exactly in general, there's like you can still buy if you're like here for a few months and you have a work permit.
Yeah.
But the whole thing is just to be like, oh no, like we're banning foreigners. But I think when you think of
Yeah,
foreigners,
yeah,
you think
yeah.
of Disties and Chinese people.
Yeah,
But like,
yeah.
there's a lot of
It's
people
so
from
targeted.
Europe coming in. There's like all over the world.
Yeah.
But
They
that's
need
the
houses
narrative
and
they kind
shit
of push.
too.
Yeah.
I don't know.
It's crazy though, cause like in Vancouver, there's so many houses that are empty that just don't have anyone in them,
Yeah.
right? And it's like you see,
Dude.
but people want to just take their anger out on something, right? So they just.
I say you just keep the free market free, yo. Add too many rules, it just starts reminding me too much of like some socialism, communism shit. I don't like it, yo.
Yeah.
Personally, that's just my thing. But like,
Man,
obviously, I'm from a privileged position, bro. I don't know how it would be growing up, like if I wasn't like, you know, like if no one in my family or no one that I knew had a house and we all rented and things like that. I think then maybe I might have a way different perspective.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think the regulations right now, they can be doing more for like younger people that can afford housing, but
Yeah.
instead it's just like pretend laws. Like I think foreigners only buy like 2% of the real estate, like something really low. It's
Yeah,
not
it's not a
actually like
lot.
affecting anything,
Yeah.
but it's just like
It's scapegoating. That's
Exactly.
That's literally what it is. It's like, yo, what can we blame so people don't get mad at us? For our
exactly,
own faults. That's what it is.
definitely.
But yeah, I don't
Brutal.
know. I don't know whose fault it really is though if you look at it. Like to an extent, like so many populations in the world are decreasing and their country's going to shit. Like we need immigrants, but also we don't have any housing. So it's kind of like balancing one thing against the other.
But
And
the
it's
thing
so
is, though, too,
delicate.
all the immigrants and everyone that comes over wants to live in the main areas of Canada, which, let's be honest, Lower Mainland.
Mm-hmm.
Dude, I would never live in a dinky area of Canada,
Well,
bro.
exactly. No,
I'd rather live in fucking Punjab, bro.
like, yeah.
like than a dink.
Like,
Nova
would you rather?
Scotia?
Like,
Yeah.
This is the debate. None of it or Punjab. Where would you rather live?
Punjab, bro.
There you go.
Yeah.
Right.
I'm not trying to be like
Literally.
cold all the time and
Yeah.
like, what are you supposed to do? None of it.
But like the main cities where our people settle, or just in general immigrants settle, what? Lower Mainland, Calgary, Edmonton, right? Brampton, Mississauga, Toronto, right?
Yeah.
And where else? Winnipeg.
Yeah.
But also they,
basically.
yeah.
Like basically, right? Like where else do we really settle?
Basically,
Right?
yeah.
So and those four cities, or those four places, sorry, are like how many people can you really jam pack in those cities before it becomes too messed up?
100%.
Yeah.
So it's like it's a.
Well, with Calgary, it's like you can just grow that shit forever, yo. There's nothing there.
all
Can't
flat.
you? I'm sorry, that might sound
Calgary.
stupid. But for me, like, Calgary, you can just grow that shit forever, can't
It's
you?
pretty flat, yeah. No, you can't, but even there's an extent, right?
Yeah, there's an extent, but at the same time, it's like, yo, people that come in will grow businesses that other people that come in support, and it'll just grow.
But
I
here's the
feel
thing,
like.
Abbotsford's super undeveloped too, and I think you obviously being a realtor know that too. It's a lot of stuff that's underdeveloped all around here. There's so many.
Actually, like what?
Like there's places in Abbey where they could put more houses. But
Yeah.
obviously, there's like laws and stuff you can't
Yeah.
put it there and stuff. But obviously,
Zoning.
zoning, right? Yeah. So
Zoning.
there's like differences of like what you can do and not. But
Sure, but Abbotsford is seeing like a huge pour over because it's like a trickle effect. People can't afford Vancouver,
Yeah,
they
they
go to
come-
Richmond, they can't
yeah.
go there, Delta, Surrey, keep moving further down.
Yeah.
And now people see a lot of opportunity in Abbotsford because they know it's going to continue to trickle down. And when prices turn around,
Yeah.
then you're going to really redeem the appreciation here, which is
you are, yeah.
I'm glad I've been here since day one, though. Yeah.
Facts, yeah.
I don't think I would want to
Proud
move here
Abbey
after.
boys.
Yeah.
It's like one of those places that you're either from or you're not here. Coming here after would just be canned. Like, you'd be like, what the fuck are we doing here? Like,
Like,
you know?
what's your opinion on Abbotsford? Obviously, you being from Richmond. Like, what do you think?
I don't know. I was just thought it was like farmlands up here.
It's chills though. My
Bro.
parents like it because it's more like Bendu and shit.
Yeah.
You could drive like 5 minutes away from a house and just be in a farm area with like no traffic, right?
Yeah.
So they like that because they're just like Bendu people.
It's like
yeah,
quiet
Yeah.
here.
Trying
though.
chill and
It's
shit.
not like, I don't like. I'm gonna be honest. I don't like Richmond, Vancouver because it's so busy.
But obviously,
Sure.
but like I'm not
I
like
can
that.
understand that.
I feel like now that I'm young and ambitious and about to graduate, I want to move to a big city as soon as I can. But that's because like like it's just that age and shit.
100%.
I wouldn't want to settle down and like.
Yeah, if
I
I
don't
think
know,
it's
man.
more practical like when you're older to have like a lot to yourself and like a bigger house and something more peaceful. But when you're young, fast paced is nice. Like
Yeah,
everything is
yeah,
go
yeah.
go go. You're working, you're out. Like it's
Yeah.
nice.
That's where the good networks are too, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I'm being honest, like I feel like people that spend a lot of time out here, like they don't have as powerful of a network as people that spend a lot of time out, like towards the west of Vancouver. Like I noticed that myself going to school over there.
Yeah.
People that I would talk to were way different than the people I knew from here. Just one thing.
So you went to school in West Vancouver?
SFU Burnaby for like
Oh, okay,
going
I
into
see.
my 4th year. But I just feel like I made so many cooler friends that I would have never met in UFE or something.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No hate to UFE, Chamberlain School, huh?
I went to
Criminology number
London.
1.
Yeah.
You went where? You went there too?
Yeah, I went to SFU, but I feel like the culture is kind of different than when you
Burnaby or
compare it
Surrey?
to I went to Surrey for like a year and then I went to Burnaby. But,
Yes,
like when
yeah,
people
yeah.
talk about like UBC, it seems like that's where the connections are made. SFU
yeah,
would be
yeah,
like
yeah,
goes to
yeah.
the class and like goes home.
BCIT
Yeah, I
from
feel
where
you,
I
I
went,
feel you.
I loved it. Made so many good connections at BCIT.
Yeah.
Really good school for that too. And any school in that side of like Lower Mainland, right over there, it's way better for connections.
Now, the thing with SFU is like nobody talks to anybody, but if you talk first, most people are hella nice.
Yeah.
And I feel like
True.
that's why I made most of my friends just being that guy. But like if
You're
I
hella
wasn't,
talkative.
I would be a hella fucking yeah, like
Yeah.
a lot of people are like that, so it's canned in that sense.
Also, like dealing with just people though, like for you too, like you obviously deal with like a lot of people now because you're a realtor, right? Have you ever had like a really crazy experience with a client, like anything that you can recall?
Yeah, I've had a few. Depends what type of crazy. So
Like,
That's all the
have you-
crazies, yo. Go through
like,
this
go through
part,
all of them.
that
Just start
part, that
listing,
crazy,
start-
crazy.
start listing.
Okay.
Obviously anonymous.
you have the first crazy, and that's like the crazy spouse. So a lot of
Oh,
times you're working
shit.
with couples, and for me, one of the first couple clients that I started working with, everything went good. We like met them for the first time, and then I was gonna go show them houses. So I give the husband a call, and I'm like, "Hey, are we still good for 6 p.m. today?"
Huh.
And like he's like, "Yeah." I was like, "Can you let your wife know? Like, does that work?" He's like, "Yeah, I'll let her know." And I'm like, "Okay, cool." So I like start getting ready for something else, and then I get a phone call from the wife, and she's just like cussing me out. She's like, "Why are you talking to my husband? Do you have feelings for him? Like, do you guys
No
like
way.
each other?"
Shit's
And
That's
I
fucked.
was like shook. I was like, "Yo, I'm just trying to confirm this showing. Like, it's not that serious."
Yeah,
and like
yeah.
she's gonna attend to. It's not like I'm like trying to seduce him, like take him alone or anything.
That shit's
So I was just
mad.
like, I was just taken aback.
Yeah. Yo, shit's fucking serious, bro.
So wait, that's one. What's the next
That's
one?
Yo, it's like spouses are so insecure though. They start
Yeah,
that
I'm
shit.
just curious. I'm really invested now. What's the second
Yeah.
story?
And then you have your old people, my seniors. I love them.
Oh, I love
Oh,
my seniors,
love
bro.
them.
Jumping
Yeah,
up all seniors.
right?
Jumping about Buddha.
Straight up, it's. I feel like I do want to hug them, and I do. Like my older clients, I give them
Yeah,
so
yeah.
much love.
Yeah.
But it's like happy but sad because they're so content and they're so sweet and polite. But then it's also crazy because sometimes like life circumstance, like maybe their spouse will pass away,
Yeah.
and you have to deal with like downsizing them, and
Yeah.
they're like navigating these feelings of like their spouse just passed away.
Yeah.
And it's just like so sad. Like one time I went to somebody's house, did a listing presentation, gave him like a home evaluation,
Yeah.
and he's telling me he's just like, my wife died in the kitchen like a few months ago, and as I'm standing in the kitchen, I was like shook. And then
Oh,
I like, look
shit.
over to like the dining table, and then he has like pictures of her propped up, and he probably like sits there and like eats his breakfast and lunch with like pictures of his wife, and it literally made me want to cry. And then you like look over like all over his house, and there's just pictures of them two. They were together for like 60 years, like traveled the world together, and it just like pulls at your heartstrings. I'm like,
Yeah, because you talk to him and you humanize him. You actually get to know him and shit. There's
Yeah.
people like
Yeah.
that. I had one of my best friends who came home from the gym like a few years ago, and we were just like boys, right? Like, he was like right after grade 12, and he just saw like his baba was just dead in the family room, bro. And so like,
oh my gosh.
but like my friend, bro, like I don't know, he just like, like it didn't affect him, but it affected him. If you know what I mean.
Yeah. that
Like, you know what I
definitely
mean? Like, I still talk to him about it now. I'll be like, you remember that happened? I don't know, I just bring that up. And we just
Why
talk
are you
about
bringing that up?
Hold up. Why is it?
Yo, that guy-
No, you're fucked.
Because, like, yo, that guy's bubble was fucked, yo. Like,
So you're just like bringing it up like, hey, remember when
Yo,
your
he's my
papa
boy,
died
bro.
of-
Yo,
Like-
remember
like-
when you came home and you just saw him dead?
bro, like, I was like, bro, like, I was like 7 years old. We were like Punjabi together. That's why he's like my bro. We like travel a lot. But anyways, yo, so that guy's Baba, right? He would always be watching fucking TV, right? Every time, like, from grade like 7 to grade 11, I slept over at this guy's house every weekend, no cap, yo. And so,
Yeah.
like, because we were boys to the death, right?
Besties.
And besties, yeah. So every day I would go to his house. His Baba would just be watching TV, right? Like 6 a.m. to like 11 p.m. just sitting there watching TV. So I would be like, yo, what the fuck is your Baba doing, right?
Oh shit.
Yeah. And then, yeah, so he was just always there, though. And then the only time I would talk to him, he'd just come and be like, oh, light up on the karo, right? That's the only time I'd ever talk to him, right? And then he randomly passed away. And that was when we were going out, like, every single weekend, right? So it sounds kind of fucked up, right?
This sounds, this whole
So
story
fun, sounds so fucked up. But, like, it was like, his Baba just died, and, like, there's all this shit going on. I'm not going to name him. But, like, we were, like, at his house, and we were like, yo, let's go out and shit. It was manged, yo.
So you went out and then you came back and he had passed away? Like,
No. It's just like after his Baba passed away, we were all just like, yo, it's no big deal. Let's go let's go hit the streets and shit.
what? Like the streets are calling.
This-
That was your opportunity to go out?
We were just chilling.
This
'cause-
guy's
yeah,
fucked.
like
Oh,
or
yo.
like every weekend
Rest in peace,
sleepovers.
Baba.
Yeah, but we like
He's
loved him.
cold-hearted.
We loved him, right? But it's like, yo, like, dude, the way that we,
compensating too, just like trying to like.
Did he though? Did
bro,
he
the
though?
way that we grew up is like his parents were, and like us and like my family. It's always just been like, yo, like you live every single day knowing that's gonna happen one day, and when it does, you just thank God for the life that happened, bro. I'm not capping, bro. Like, this is a life that like our families live, bro.
He's like,
No, you guys,
Are me and you like? Do you like understand what I'm saying?
I'm not understanding this.
Okay, fuck it, man.
You're
Like,
wild.
No, I get what you're saying.
Maybe
right?
I
But
have
you-
the
but you-
context in my head.
No, I get what you're saying. I fully understand it. Like,
Yeah.
you know, he's gonna die eventually.
Yeah,
You know,
so like when he
accept it.
died, we didn't really care. Like we
No,
were
but
kind
you
of.
can't say it like that.
We didn't really
That's
care.
the fucked part. You can't.
Am I
say
fucked
it.
or something? Yo, like.
Yeah, you are. Yes, you are.
No, like
Cold-hearted.
we obviously felt bad, but,
then
like
you went out though.
Then you went out though, yeah.
Yo, man. Okay, moving on.
I can't, yeah.
Can it? Moral of the story: Man Rob is cold-hearted. Any
Yeah,
other
it happens,
Any
yeah.
other crazy experiences with any other clients?
Like another thing.
Really? But like
You have, like, the
uncles?
creepers?
By uncles?
Yo,
or-
what's
Yeah.
what's the creepiest client hitting on you story?
Ooh.
And is it like mostly uncles that do it, or go to like what's the
I
demographic
think
here?
it's like a good mix.
Okay.
Yeah.
I definitely have like older folks that I'll be like, oh my god, he's just a cute little wholesome grandpa, and then all of a sudden he'll like start hitting on me like, oh, never mind.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was telling him last episode that was a big turning point in my life when I saw the first
When
few
a
like.
Bubba hit on you?
No. When like I started hearing all these stories, and then there was this one time like I was working this job, and this truck driver came up to me and was just horny as fuck, and he was like old Baba, and then it really changed my life, yo.
He like went up to this guy and was like, "Hey, cashier the knock."
yeah. He's like, man, he's like, man,
Did you give him your name then?
like no. He's talking about like all these chicks, and he's like, yeah, like my wife and me like have this sexual relationship, and he's like, I need someone on the side. Who do you know? He was totally serious, yeah.
Like, he was fucked.
Yeah, he was
Yo.
totally serious. And then he uses jokes to talk to, kind of, but he was fucked. Right? So I think about it all the time. Like, are most uncles like this? I don't know.
That was a turning point.
His kids were exactly my age, and I know them, and they're in the city. That's why it's
That's wild.
Yeah,
That's wild.
that shit's fucking wild.
This might be a good segment to plug your dating app here.
Yeah.
To that
Plug
Check
bubble
out
if you're
Benito.
listening.
Be like this uncle.
Don't be like this, uncle. You know, respect karo.
Yeah.
Downline
Download single,
salam.
deleted.
And if you are like this uncle, download the app. Hit up some girls.
Yeah.
No, stop doing that.
Straight.
parents on top
Just
of
don't
it.
catfish it.
Yeah, don't do
On
that.
stream.
All right. So, you know, obviously, like, you were saying, like, you were going into that story. So, you have, like, the old bande that hit on you. You got, like, you know, whatever. Do you ever feel like that's, like, at what point do you find it's, like, really, really creepy? Because there's obviously, like, has to be, like, you know, like, you could probably get, like, compliments here and there. Like, oh,
Yeah.
you know, like, whatever. But when do you find it that's too much? And it's, like, this is really uncomfortable.
I feel like whenever I'm like my approach is business and then they come at me in a different way, it's always like a little bit uncomfortable, but I just like brush it off
Yeah,
and then I
yeah.
just have to redirect them and make it more professional, you know?
Yeah. You have to have thick skin though, like for especially what you do, because you're probably obviously gonna have to deal with like, you know, the people that are gonna bitch at you, be creepy, or
Yeah.
just like be not like, or like just like I guess window shopping for housing,
Yeah.
houses, and you were saying it too. It's like there's patience that you have to have.
For
along
sure.
With this right, it's like obviously like one thing though with brown people, and I think this is a great question to ask you because you're also a brown realtor, right? What do you think about people that say like all brown people do real estate?
Well, I think they're not wrong. There definitely is a lot of people in real estate, I think across the board.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like everybody and their moms are like real estate agents.
Yeah.
But then again, you have to take into consideration that one, a lot of people get licensed and then they don't really use their license.
Yeah.
Yeah. There's just people that are like somebody in their family's a builder, and then they get it and they never use it.
Yeah, for
right?
sure.
Yeah.
And it's like when you have connections like that, then it might make sense for you sell a couple houses a year for your family, like have a little side hustle. Like it makes a lot of sense. And I think that's why people are in real estate, because it is like if you have the right connections, then it is a good path to make extra income on the side.
Yeah. That's true, yo. But I don't know, man. It's pretty manged, yo, when like you're like, yo, I have this unique career path and I'm like my own fucking person, and then somebody's like, oh, all you brown people just do real estate because everybody else does it.
Yeah.
Like I feel like that'd piss me off, yo.
Yeah.
If somebody was like, you're only doing this like job because everybody else does it, I'd be like, Salia, what do you know about me?
Yeah.
100%.
Like this is like what I like to do.
Going on that though, have you ever had like any racist like experiences while doing real estate?
Not really, because I do work in the Fraser Valley and there's a lot of brown people, so sometimes it can be used to your advantage.
Yeah.
I have like people on my team that are not brown, and then they always come to me with their brown leads because they're like, brown people are more receptive to brown people.
Yeah, they love doing business within brown people, bro.
Yeah.
Facts.
But at the same time, this is doing business with each other is kind of funny because I feel like white people are more direct sometimes. You know?
Yo, bro,
Yeah.
but like, say like you're desi doing business with a Gora, you're always gonna be like, Gora, like, dude, hold on, shit. Like,
Yeah,
there's always gonna be a gap there
It's always-
where you're randomly just gonna be bitching to people like, yo, this Gora doesn't know shit. Like,
And
Yeah.
what if
it's not the
this
same
brown guy,
respect.
man?
It's not the same respect as a desi and a
Definitely.
desi, bro.
It's like an automatic trust. Okay, this person's brown, I'm brown.
Yeah,
like,
yeah,
Awesome.
like
But
where
also-
where's your parent
Yeah.
from? Like who's your like dad? You know, like you get to know their like family origins, and then you're like solid. yo.
For sure.
Yeah.
But at the same time, I think there's still a lot of hate in the brown community.
Oh, 100%.
We're each other's biggest
Yeah.
haters.
Yeah, we are.
Yeah, like
We're
jealousy
gonna
and
talk
shit.
about that later in the pod though too, just like
Yeah.
brown people hating on brown people. Because I
Yeah.
feel like it's such a stupid topic that like, but it's something we need to talk about.
Yeah,
right?
I think it's relevant for
But yeah,
sure.
topic out.
100%. But obviously, like one thing though, with being a realtor, it's hard, right? What's the most challenging part though? You'd say being a realtor.
I would say the consistency and the mentality.
Mm-hmm.
So it's like you need to talk to like 20, 30 people a day, and those will
Holy.
convert into like, say, 8 appointments that you have. Like half of them won't buy, half of them will, and then
Yeah.
it's like a patience game. So
Yeah.
you just have to be very consistent in talking to people. And it's not always easy because you have days where you're like, I don't want to do that. Like your social battery might be low,
Yeah.
or like you have other stuff going on. So it just I think it comes back to being self-employed and like holding yourself accountable and
Yeah.
getting through that. So I think that's what's the challenging part is.
100%.
Yeah, that's true, yo. I feel like there's a lot of people that just call up real estates for like punge and they're not serious and shit.
Yeah.
And you're probably like an inner compass to discern those people,
Mhm.
right? Like it's probably like an intuition you build with time to
100%.
see
Yeah.
who's serious and who's not.
Social
Yeah.
battery thing is like so like facts though too, because like I feel like
Yeah,
a lot of the
facts.
time like you're just like not down.
Yeah.
'Cause just talking to people gets so exhausting.
For
And-
sure.
and
Dude, I don't know how some people just fucking have their ringer on and just pick up the phone like every day, everywhere you see them. You
My
know,
shit's on
like
D&D.
they're always on that shit, bro. I'm
Mine's
like,
on do not disturb like consistently, like all the time.
are you like that?
Sometimes. So if it's not within business hours, then I'll just like leave it because it's like I don't want to do all.
Do you have a
that.
different personal number?
No.
Oh, you
So
just
that's-
rock it
you
on
need to
one.
get, you need to get on that.
Yeah.
Oh, yo, like your mom be calling you on the same line, like Preetam trying to buy
Yeah,
houses and
but then
shit.
I don't want to like. My biggest thing is I don't want to have two phones because girls'
Why not?
pockets can barely hold one phone. Like, where am I gonna put this
You got a
extra
purse,
phone
though.
now?
No, but
Pardon?
you can
You got a
get
purse,
you can
though.
get two SIMs and
No,
iPhones.
I don't know. I feel like that'd be just.
You can
so
put two SIMs and
inconvenient.
iPhones now.
Oh yeah,
Oh,
You can just request a
really?
digital SIM and then toggle one on and off. I do it all the time when I travel.
Oh.
Yeah,
Yeah, it just you just have to call and be like, yo, give me a digital SIM. It just has a digital.
Yeah,
Whenever
yeah.
I travel, I just get digital SIMs. But
Makes sense.
anyways, technology, Wagi and shit, yo. Something like
Mr.
that.
Engineer over here.
Yeah,
so I
doing
can
just
shit.
get digital
You can,
SIMs.
I'm actually gonna get my. I have two phones that I carry around. It's a hassle, so I'm gonna switch over to digital SIM too.
Yeah.
Digital SIMs are
that makes
chills
sense.
too, because
Yeah.
people can't scam them and shit. You know how like you have two-factor authentication?
Yeah.
People will call your provider and pretend to be you, and then get a SIM card replacement, and then use it to hack into your shit.
Because they'll send the text message to
Yeah,
that.
because
like
people that work in call centers
Oh,
usually aren't
yeah.
like low paid. They don't give a fuck, right?
Yeah,
but if you have a
savage.
digital SIM, like it's like different. Like you
Yeah.
can't be like, oh, I lost my digital SIM, right?
Yeah.
You're protected from
Oh,
that.
that's a good point.
Yeah,
Happens a lot in America.
yeah. Of course you would know.
Yeah, I know all about the hacks and shit. I've always, ever since I was a kid, I've been interested in crime and hacks and all this such
Whole
shit.
podcast.
Yeah.
Terrorism, like all of it. Like, dude, I love just like doing a bunch of work and then watching a documentary about some fucking serial killer, hacker, criminal, right?
I
No,
was
you-
zoned out and I was thinking about your terrorist things and then the Bubba dying and then now the hacking.
Yeah,
I'm
right. Like,
Like,
this guy's just saying so much. You
if this
remember-
guy ever turns evil, he's gonna like
No,
not
no,
use
I
knowledge
wouldn't.
for good.
I feel like someone who knows so much about evil could never turn evil because he see the whole scope. Somebody who only sees the good side of evil would fucking go evil.
Huh?
You know what I mean? When you study evil
But then-
people, you see how they end up in the end.
Like,
you would never
okay,
do that.
Yeah, I guess if you want to put it that way.
Sorry.
Okay, rewind. So
Mérite
people, that only
conviction,
see
Lorne.
people only see the good, they're more likely to turn evil. But
Yeah.
people who see like the full
Yeah, yeah,
picture
yeah.
are less likely to turn
Because
evil.
get it.
think about kids that get recruited into gangs. They just know that, oh, this guy gave me this money. He gave me a new iPhone 14. He like takes me out to fucking Timmy's and shit. They see the good side of it. But somebody who's older and like studies this shit, he sees like 80% of those people die before they're 30. Why the fuck would I do that?
For sure, it's a level of awareness and the,
Yeah.
of the
I get it.
consequences.
See, like the shit I say sounds dumb, but it's true if you fucking let me talk about it, bro.
There we go. That's why we're here. You can talk about it all you
Yeah.
want.
It's your podcast.
Fucking true, man. Anyways,
Anyways,
I'll rowdy.
okay, Alberta. Alberta's.
What do you think of people that are hella conducive and they move to Alberta to save money, yo, from Ontario and BC?
Yeah.
Sorry, you might have clients in Alberta, but I just like feel some type of way.
You know
I
what?
got to do brick there too, man.
It depends. It makes a lot of sense financially.
Yeah.
But then again, it depends on your goals, right? You buy a property here if you're able to get into the market.
Yeah.
Then maybe your property won't be cash flowing right away, but then you can redeem under depreciation. The
Yeah,
property
yeah,
values
yeah.
go up way faster than they do in Calgary.
Yeah.
But on
they're
the
going.
other
They're
hand,
going up though. They're going up in Calgary over there.
they're definitely going up. There's a lot of realtors that are pushing Calgary projects now because
Yeah,
they
yeah.
know that pour over from Ontario and BC, like there is a market there.
100%.
Yo, you know that one realtor in Surrey? He's pretty famous on social media called Raj something, yo.
Raj Judge.
Yeah, Raj Judge. Yo, so I was on Reels. I saw one of that guy's Reels. He was like in a park, right? He was like
Yeah.
interviewing people in a fucking park. He's like, yo, would you ever, all respect, yo, I love the Reel. I commented on it. I was like, this was hilarious. And he could reply with a heart and shit.
Yeah.
And then he was like interviewing like old senior people. And he was like, would you ever move to Alberta to save money? And they were like, no, BC is the most beautiful place. Like, I lived in Saskatoon. And it was like this disgusting and this and that. Then he
Yeah.
hopped in there and he was like, I don't know why these people are moving to like these places. I just thought it was sick, really, yo.
Yeah, but then there was a whole bunch of controversy because they're like, why don't you ask a young person what it's like? Because obviously these people probably bought their house for
Oh,
like
yeah, yeah,
$50,000,
Yeah, yeah.
and like now it's paid off. Now they're like millions up, right? Like obviously they're like smiling and saying they love
Yeah,
BC.
yeah.
But then if you go to somebody who like
Just graduated or something. Yeah.
exactly, and if
Yeah.
they don't have family to like help them out, help them with their down payment, like then what? Like home ownership is going to be hard. It's attainable, but it's going to be difficult.
But I always felt like if you start from like a condo or something and you just have like really humble beginnings, you can still pull it off as a millennial.
You can.
If you just like
100%.
eat fucking like noodles and shit for a few years
Yeah.
and just buy a condo, you know what I mean,
Yeah,
right?
no.
Like it's hard, but like that's how it is.
For sure, and that's the strategic part of it, and that's how you have to be like smart with the planning because you can't expect to get like a mansion right away.
Yeah.
It is that game of go an entry level property, build
Yeah.
your equity,
Yeah,
wait
yeah,
for it
yeah.
to appreciate, then you rinse and repeat, get a townhouse, and then you
Yeah.
get a detached home, and that's what a lot of our clients have done, and I feel like that is the best way to go. So like the earlier you can get into the market, the lower the price is going to be with like Vancouver real estate going up year after year.
Yeah, yeah,
So-
yeah. Because I feel like a lot of the negativity comes from those people that don't have the patience. Like, yo, I want to go straight from like, living in a basement to living in a house, and it's fucked. Like, I can't do it, and it's like, yeah, you can't do that for sure. No way, right?
No.
But like, yeah, there's still a path and shit. It's not like these guys are fucked.
100%. And
Yeah.
come to Abbotsford. If you can't buy in Vancouver,
Come
buy
to
in Abbotsford.
Very
But
basement,
yourself.
very
It's still
basement.
expensive here,
Kuliya
though,
to see that.
It's still super expensive here though. Let's like not get it twisted. It's still a lot here too. Not like
Yeah.
Vancouver, but like.
Dude, I don't know, yo. Oh, even with like roommates, man, maybe I'm just too heartless, bro. But like, yeah. Call back to the Raj Judge part, yo. Raj Judge is actually pretty cool. I think I want him on the podcast eventually.
Yeah.
Do it.
Yeah, he's a pretty cool guy. I just like his voice and shit. He's so happy.
He's a very extroverted guy, and he's
Yeah,
like that in
yeah,
person.
yeah.
Like if you see him, I saw him at like a networking event, and he's like saying hi to everybody, like so high energy.
He's built for real estate in his DNA, bro.
Yeah,
I like
literally.
him, yo. If he's watching
You are
this,
too though. Like your TikToks are hilarious.
Oh, thank
Yeah.
you so much.
They're hilarious.
Should we go to your TikToks, yo?
We'll
Yeah,
go in
sure.
we'll go in a
Let's do
second.
it.
We'll go in a second. I wanna ask her one thing.
Yeah.
Have you invested in Edmonton or Calgary? Or have you sold anything in Edmonton or Calgary?
Not yet. I'm actually working with a few developers there, and then we work with a pretty great team. They sell about like 300 homes a year.
Yeah.
So I have some clients that are like looking in Calgary, and I'll refer them to my agents there.
Yeah.
But as of now, I haven't sold anything because I feel like if people can buy here, it's better to
Better.
buy in BC.
It is,
Even if it's a
Straight
little bit
up,
further
Salio.
out. I don't want to like send them all there. It's like,
You're reducing your clientele at that point, yeah.
yeah.
I remember when Dev was on, bro, and he was talking about how he moved to Calgary for 2 years in high school, and it was the worst, like, clicked out bullying high school he's ever been to, and he
The
moved
Hill?
from Surrey to there.
Yeah.
Yeah. He was talking about like the culture and kids there and shit, how it's so much worse. He like hated it there, and even just like how like he had like a Beamer and shit, and the Beamer got hailed on and got fucked.
Oh
Right?
Because the
no.
hails are like tennis balls, right?
Oh shit.
So
Yeah.
when it hails, it destroys cars.
I've gone there most summers too, yeah, just because of like family and stuff,
Yeah, same.
and like go to other events. And then yeah, there was one year where like everybody I knew's car got hailed on and it got totaled because you can't replace every single body panel on a car cost effectively, right?
Yeah.
They just totaled that shit.
So, oh shit. So the insurance covers it though?
Yeah, they just basically give you the cash or
Yeah,
whatever.
yeah.
But it's like, bro, it's a car and shit, right?
That's wild. But that's the one thing about Calgary. It's like the weather.
Yeah.
Yeah, man.
That's
It's the
like
If
worst.
the weather was like BC, I guarantee so many people would move there.
Oh my god, bro.
100%.
I had this one friend, right? Whose car got totally hailed on, like A to Z, like every panel had dents in it, right? So he got the insurance payout, but he was just like, fuck it, I'm gonna just drive it around like this, right? That shit was so jaloux, bro. I never wanted to hop in with it because there's so many dents and shit. It was so nasty, bro. It was so jaloux.
It
No
still gets you to point A to B.
Yeah, but I was like, dude, like you don't even know that shit was canned, yo. I feel like, dude, when there's like hailstorms there,
Yeah.
people that have broken windows just have them for so long too, because there's probably such a rush to get shit repaired. It's hard to get it done.
100%.
Like, like I stayed at this one house, a family, and they just had this one window taped up, bro. They're like, yeah, this happened a few months ago, whatever. Like, It's so normal to them.
Yeah, like
Right.
budget fix, do it at home,
Yeah, like
get
fuck
some tape.
because it's gonna break again in the next hailstorm anyways.
Yeah,
Like,
for real. Let's put some cardboard on that.
man, yo, you know what else is really dead? Like Calgary, kinda, is Washington. Yo, I went to Portland a few weeks ago to see a Trailblazers game. Well, we went there like 2 days early just to check out Portland, and that shit was canned, yo. It was no one there.
Yeah.
No one there, bro. Just a bunch of homeless people.
Yeah, same with like Seattle. I went down there, same thing. Everything's like empty. The commercial spaces. I was like, what is going on here?
Yeah, it's not the same down there. You always think it is. You always think it's crazy, but
Seattle like thinks it's like Vancouver, but it's not.
yeah.
Oh,
I feel like if you grew up there, you'd just be used to it. But
Yeah.
now I can't move there after it. You know, midline shit here.
Yeah.
Literally.
I would want to live in America, to be honest.
I would.
you would or you wouldn't?
I would do anything for the
Yeah.
peace, bro.
No.
For the comp and shit. In
for
my
your-
in my
for your-
20s, if I'm trying to get like a high paying job just to get money to start a business one day, I'll just move to America for a bit.
I know you would. I
Yeah,
would
but
never do
then
it.
and then you have a health issue where you have to take the ambulance, and all of a sudden you get hit with a fat bill. Like that would be wild.
Yeah.
That's what health insurance is for, though.
Yeah,
But like
True.
still, like you're paying so much.
Dude, if
Plus,
I-
Big
if-
Pharma there does not give a shit about you, bro.
definitely. They're running it like a business.
But yo,
It's
Canada
insane.
कोई और चीज़ आ, they probably fucking own the same shit here. We got Pfizer vaccines, Americans got Pfizer vaccines.
Yeah,
You know,
yeah.
the same companies run the whole North
Yeah, but
American.
at least our shit's free. Like you have to go like fucking arm needs to be like
What
repaired.
about prescriptions in BC? Most people pay for them.
Yeah, but I'm talking about if you need to go to the hospital to get a surgery, you're not paying for it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's a life-threatening surgery, but in America they're like, yo.
But you know
here's our
who's gonna
transplant.
defend us if we get shit
80
kicked?
Huh?
By North Korea is in fucking America, bro. Because all the money we spend on healthcare is spent on the military. So who's really winning, bro? If we're gonna end up having to bow down to them for any defense from any country in any war.
Yo,
I'm
We'll
I'm
worry about that when
Don't
it
worry
comes.
about that when it comes.
Yeah.
Man.
Like,
I'm
I'll-
living life. I'm enjoying life.
Right?
Ah, yeah,
Free
yeah.
healthcare.
मैं
Let's
तो
go.
मजा ही करता.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and school shootings. Like,
Oh God, there was
that's true.
there's a school shooting threat here in Abbey a couple of days ago at Moet. It
No
turned out to
way.
be fake. It turned out to be fake.
okay, good.
Thank God, right? But yeah, they're like bunch of SWAT cars pulled in, and like it was crazy. And I saw it on my feed. It pulled up. From what? There was like active shooter and whatever, but it turned out to be complete.
Yeah, that's
it's so
crazy.
scary.
I was like, please keep that away from us, not in Canada,
Yeah.
please. We don't need
It
this.
happens especially after the Abbey Senior person died, a few years ago. There's a high school in Abbotsford where some like guy walked in from the street, like some random member of the public, and he just walked in and stabbed a student.
Stabbed
Yeah.
someone.
That was crazy because my sister was in the high school at that time, so I was like, what the hell, yo? Shit was
Yeah, and you went to the high school after too.
Yeah. There was like a yearly thing. I can't even imagine how it's in America where everybody's desensitized to it. To the point where like there's already been like 80 or 100 in this year in America, and it's barely even on the news headlines.
Like that was like the biggest.
You know what I mean?
So normalized.
It's just so normalized.
That was like the biggest incident that happened in the past like few years, right? Like the Abbey Senior incident, and everyone was so traumatized, like it like shook up the community, right? And rightfully so, right? Like someone lost their life, and it's like, yo, like America, they deal with this shit every other week. I feel like I hear on the news like, oh, like people like student shoots a kindergarten kid shot like a high school teacher or something. I don't know, the kindergarten kid shot his teacher, or guy walked in. Just, like,
so Canada doesn't have as much gun culture. Like Americans always talk about their whatever amendment that gives them the right to carry arms and shit. We don't have that culture and that history.
Yeah,
people there would defend their guns with their life, bro. They do not care.
Yeah.
Like, you know what I mean?
Teachers now, they're like, give the teachers a
yeah,
Glock.
yeah. They like just give everybody a Glock.
Nah, bro.
Perfect solution.
That's just fucking war zone.
I don't know. But like at the end of the day, bro, like taking away everybody's guns wouldn't work either.
If I had a kid and I dropped my kid off to preschool and their teacher has a Glock attached to their hip, I'm not gonna feel secure by dropping my kid off. Let's go if the teacher has a bad day.
Yeah.
Dude, some teachers are fucked. I know what you mean though. For the teachers I've met, I wouldn't trust those people. They're random.
Right? Some teachers hate their jobs.
Yeah, some teachers hate their life, bro. Holy shit. I remember one of my grade 8 teachers, bro. I saw him at Home Depot when I worked there, right?
Yeah.
And I was just like making small talk. I was like, yo, so how's school? He's like, yo, I quit. I fucking hate that shit. And I was so traumatized, bro. He was like, yeah, he's just so normal, bro. And then he's like, yeah, like I have to work from home now. Like I'm building my garage and shit. He's like, I hate being a teacher. And I was like, damn.
Fair enough. A lot of people do it for like 30, 40 years and they take it out on the students. Like, bro, I didn't ask to be here either. Like,
Yeah.
I'm just here because they're forcing me to be here, right?
Yeah.
Okay, I want to move into TikTok, right? Obviously, for those that don't know, Realtor Dee over here, famous local TikToker, local TikTok celebrity. What's your highest view video? It's like 1 point something mil?
I think it's like 16 million views.
16?
16.16.
I thought you said 60. I had a heart attack. I was holy.
No, 16 is a lot.
Yeah, 16 is a lot though, too. Like, don't be a pussy. That's crazy, right? So that was your first viral video, and like talk about like how was it like seeing that for how you're probably gassed, right?
It was crazy.
Your
so
phone probably blowing up.
Yeah, I was like tripping out. So basically, I was at Superstore with my brother.
Yeah.
And I was just like, I was just like being an idiot, like just like pushing the cart and trying to dance, and I've seen people do that and stuff. And then I was like to my brother, I was like, I'm gonna make a TikTok, and he's just like, no, like I want to go home, like just leave it, like you're just being dumb.
He's older or younger?
He's younger. He's like 7 years younger than me.
Okay.
Okay.
He's a little baby. He's like a teenager now.
He's like, don't put me on TikTok.
No, he was just like, hurry your ass up. Like, I'm not waiting for you.
Yeah.
Like, just check out and let's go home.
Me personally, I wouldn't take that level of disrespect from my younger sibling, but that's just me.
I'm like, all humbled. What am I supposed to say? I'm like, okay.
Yeah.
And then last minute, he's just like, no. Last minute, he like changed his mind. He's like, okay, you know what? Go down the aisle. You can make your TikTok.
Yeah.
I was like, okay. So then I was just like having trouble with the cart staying a consistent speed. So I was like, just hold the cart and make sure it keeps moving. So I started doing my little dance, and then he's holding the cart, and all of a sudden he just takes off. He just starts running, and I'm like wearing a mask, and I was like cracking up so hard, but I decided to continue the dance. And then afterwards, we're looking at the video. I'm like dying of laughter. I'm like, this is hilarious. I'm like, this is gonna go viral. And he's just like, no, it's not. Like, it's not that funny. And he's just like totally rating on my parade here. So I posted it, and that's like the first public TikTok I posted.
Yeah.
And within like a day or two, it like got like 1 million views, and then even more. I think that one it's sitting at 12 million views and like
It's wild.
like 3 million likes or something. But it was wild.
That's why I like TikTok. Even though people hate on it, I like it how any random person who has good, funny content can just fucking get known.
Yeah.
Right?
Sure.
Like most platforms, like Instagram and shit, if you're already known, you have a way better opportunity, bro.
Yeah.
I like how TikTok balances that shit.
For sure.
Even we came up on there, I came up on there, you came up on there.
Yeah.
Right? It's sick like that.
100%.
What are people saying?
People were just like, how is it moving so fast? Everybody was so confused, and they're like, we love how she like continued the dance, and then at the end he like stopped the cart, so they thought it was like a stranger stopping the cart, and my cart just like went out of control, and someone had stopped it.
Yo, I
And
gotta
peop-
see this.
Yeah, you should.
I
I can
gotta
scroll
see
down.
it,
Yeah.
But people were being weird too. They're like, "Oh my god, this is like probably how like their love story started and stuff." And I was like, I didn't want to say it was my brother because then it like throws off like the whole appeal.
Yeah,
And I was like, okay,
yeah.
you guys need to relax.
People get so deep though.
Bro, but that's the thing. People want to know about your life so much online. Like they want to know everything. Like where are you at? Who are you? You probably got so
Yeah.
many random creepy messages.
Yeah, it's
too.
probably so many DMs
Yeah.
from 16 million views.
Yeah, you probably got so many DMs.
You should just
Yeah.
reply to every single one like, God, Lena.
yo,
That's the-
yo, you need a house.
Yeah, this was before real estate actually. I was in the process of getting licensed. So
Oh,
this was a
okay,
few
okay,
months
okay.
before I got licensed.
My God, it's actually going so fast. I love how you run after it.
Yeah, that's hilarious.
Oh my
yeah,
God.
you
That's
can't even
actually-
see your brother's face. It's
Yeah.
sick.
That's so funny.
I remember that sound. Holy
Yeah,
shit.
That's a old.
That sound is an old sound.
Yeah, the
Takes me
old
back.
sound.
Takes me
Sure.
back to Juan.
Yo,
Wow.
so how was it dealing with that? You said like obviously it was like you got bombarded with like a lot of like likes and everything too, but you probably got some negativity, some hate comments, especially from Apane.
Yeah.
Probably got that too, right?
So for this video, I feel like it was just very general, and you like can't see my face, and nobody really knew I was Indian at this point, and I got
Yeah.
no hate whatsoever.
Oh really?
That's actually sick.
No hate whatsoever.
Okay.
Yeah.
And then as I continued to make videos, before my audience was very broad, like from different countries, different like demographics.
Yeah.
And then as I continued posting videos, and especially when I pivoted into real estate and creating that brand for myself, that's when a lot of local people started to find me.
Oh okay.
And that's where I found I got the most hate, and it's usually from like brown guys. No offense, but I don't know why that
I should
is.
like that.
But no worries. But I don't know. I was really taken aback, and like me and my sister would talk about it, and we knew that day was coming. We're up near gonna find my account, and then kind of just like
Shit on it.
shit on it, literally.
Yeah.
Like
what's the funniest hate comment you got from a brown dude on TikTok?
funniest hate comment.
There has to
Okay.
be something.
There probably is. I can't think of anything from the top of my head though.
Okay. Have you gotten like the casual like another real estate agent or another like whatever those type of comments?
I get like you should like everybody's a realtor. Why don't you just become an Uber driver now, or just like
Well, actually,
you're such a scammer, fraud. Like
Damn.
see, I don't know though. It's just people that are miserable.
It's
You
always
know?
the user 1365s or something, right? Like some
100%.
stupid ass burner.
Because so many
accounts.
people on TikTok are anonymous too.
Yeah.
yeah.
But yo, Ekti, what do you think of that, yo?
What?
Operating, hating on operating and shit, bro.
I think it's stupid, and if you do it, like you need to get a better.
no,
life.
nobody who watches it does it, bro. Trust me.
Yeah,
Like,
but I'm just
those
saying-
people don't like us
No,
either and shit.
No, but if we clip this and goes on TikTok, I want everyone to know if you hate on us, good for you. I hope your life gets better.
yeah.
That ass. Like
sure.
I don't know what drives you to the point where you feel the need to leave a comment, try to hate on us. I'm looking at this, laughing at you because your life is sad.
Yeah. 100%.
Like I don't even go that deep though, yo.
No, I
I
don't.
don't even think of people like that. If anything, like yo, you guys can say whatever you
Yeah,
want.
say whatever you want. I
They
just
run
think-
up the views and shit, bro.
exactly. We
It
look at
doesn't
it
matter.
that way.
I'll still be as long as I keep my cool. I'm still the man.
Yeah.
It's not like I'm gonna reply like crying and shit. Like what? The, like
Yeah.
bullying me.
We never reply. We just laugh at it.
But the thing
Carry on.
is, I do reply, and because sometimes they'll like say out of pocket shit or just be like.
Because you have
hating
more
for
of a
no reason.
professional
You
brand
have a more
too.
professional
Yeah.
brand.
But where's this fucking
True.
rocking?
Yeah, you're just doing
Yeah.
it for the shits.
Yeah,
but
yeah.
whenever I respond though, it's funny because then they'll do a 180. Because I guess they think like I'm not gonna see it or I'm not gonna respond. But then when I respond with kindness, and I was like, oh, like I hope your day turns around, or I hope you're happy enough with yourself that you don't have to say such negative things.
Yeah.
And then they'll be like, oh, I'm so sorry. I'm actually a really big fan of your videos. Like I watch them all the time. And it's like, how did you go from like
They want
saying my like
attention.
Yeah,
Attention. That's
yeah.
what it is. Yeah.
Can that, bro? Yo, some guy DM'd me like yesterday, and right, and he was like, "Yo, you were following me for like 3 months, and now you unfollowed me. Why did you do that?" And I saw that request, and I was like, "Far low, bro." I was like, "I don't even know who this guy is.
Yeah.
I don't know what he even exists. I don't know what the hell happened.
Yeah.
I definitely didn't like go do some shit like that. I
Yeah.
just didn't reply,
Really,
yo.
though.
I just didn't reply. No,
Man, Why'd you unfollow him?
And out of this podcast, I think she has determined that you are very cold-hearted and something that you would.
yeah, no, but I don't go on my
Definitely was
social
a
media.
reason.
I don't go on my social media like that. 95% of the time I go on my social media just to watch Instagram reels that are just gonna fucking amp me up. Cause all my Instagram reels that
All
are just
motivational.
fucking like people like doing random motivational shit.
Yeah.
But then
Yeah.
also some distractions. Like I don't really go like, oh, I'm gonna follow this guy. I don't know who he is. At this point, it's like I'm following 1,200 people. It's probably gonna stay like that for life, yeah. Probably like meet a couple people at school. It'll go up by like 4 per year, 5 per year.
Yeah.
But like, I'm not about that shit right now.
Straight. Yeah.
I feel that.
But I feel that people are so petty like that. But I feel like when I used to reply to people like that right away, they'd be like, "Oh, never mind." Like,
Yeah.
bad.
But why do you guys think that Apne hate each other so much? Why is it always our community though? That's one thing. I know I don't want to get too deep into this either, but like at the same time, I do want your guys' opinion on it. Like, why is it always just like Apne really just tearing down Apne? I've seen it so much in the community.
Yeah.
Like, yo, shout out to the people that support us. You know, obviously, like, love you guys.
100%.
But I don't know. I feel like the most amount of like hate per se that we get is always from people that look the same as us.
100%. I think it's a cultural thing. So like you
Yeah.
think about our parents and they'll be talking about X, Y, and Z. This person's daughter did this. This
Falan
person's son.
nanda
Yeah, and then they ended off with like Sanuki. And even though it's like
Dude, I heard that shit so many
Yeah,
times.
so many times.
and even
Holy
though like
shit.
the person's not gonna hear,
Yeah.
it's still like bad energy that you're putting into the world. And now
Yeah.
everything is digitalized and you can express those opinions off of an anonymous account
Yeah,
and people
yeah,
still
yeah,
put
yeah.
those their 2 cents in.
Yeah,
And to
yeah.
them it's like Sanuki, but it's like you're actually affecting other people. And like this is one thing about social media. So it's all based on comparison, right? You just watch a video
Yeah,
and you
yeah.
have upward or downward comparison. Either you're like, oh, their life is so much better than mine, or like, oh, at least I'm doing better than that. Like you compare it either way.
Yeah, it's two different spectrums. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, and then it's easy to have bitter feelings in your head about that. But a lot of people don't think consciously of it and then let that energy kind of like run them and then they comment negative shit. When in reality, they should be like looking within themselves and be like, why does this bother me?
Yeah, I feel that.
I
I
can
agree with that.
understand that.
I agree with that heavily. I also think that, like, dude, ever since we were kids, right? Like, we've seen Justin in videos joking about how, like, Desi parents do gossip. But we thought that we were, like, oh, that modern generation that is just going to totally break that cycle.
Yeah.
It just
Yeah.
took a different form. It's still around, bro. You see it every day in
It's
your
like
book.
embedded in Desi culture.
But it's a different form now,
Yeah,
completely
yeah.
different form. And the other thing is that like that type of energy is just so sticky.
Yeah.
It's like people see that and it just spreads like a plague. That's
Yeah.
why it's like, yo, I don't even like read comments.
Yeah.
Like if somebody really likes me, like I guess they'll DM me and then I'll be like, yo, thank you so much, right? But
Yeah.
I just like now with how busy I am, I can't read a comment and then think about it and be like, who is this guy? No, man.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You gotta keep it moving, right?
Straight up. Like
That's
even
right.
like on my TikTok, Manarv has like I'm gonna be honest, like I'm saying about Manarv has like early on when we like were first stream, Manarv was like, yo, mute TikTok, fuck that shit. Don't
Yeah,
even
my
go
shit's
on."
always been muted
Yeah.
for
now
everything.
That we live in bliss, bro. Like I just post my TikTok, I post whatever I need for the thing, I log out, or I just exit the app, and I don't get notifications for it.
Because
Yeah.
there's actually no time for any of that.
Yeah,
My
I don't have
TikTok
time.
screen time is like 15 minutes and then per day. Because
Yeah.
I usually go on and check the views, check how shit's performing. And then don't get me wrong, I think I just grew out of TikTok too.
Yeah,
It's not like
I
I'm
agree.
not like I'm holy or something. I think I just stopped it. I was like, fuck you. I was like, Instagram Reels have less drama and they're just funny too. So
Yeah.
I took those a little bit, right?
Yeah, because like less people will comment shit on Instagram because a lot less people have fake burners.
No,
on
but like
compared to
Instagram
TikTok.
Reels is more generic.
That too.
Like you don't see all these people that you fucking know, and like you know what? It's just like random shit from like people in America or something. At least mine.
Yeah, fair
Yeah.
enough. Mine's
Yeah.
just a bunch of motivational like get out of bed, go to work.
Yeah.
Same,
Yeah,
same.
yeah.
But then sometimes it gets annoying when I'm like trying to relax and then I keep seeing like
Yeah,
people, like
yeah,
yelling
yeah.
at me like work harder, and I'm like I'm just trying to relax. I just want to see some funny animal videos, like please.
Yeah, that's true.
I'm just trying to relax.
But yeah, yo,
it's like
I-
2 a.m.
Yeah.
Like, let me go to sleep.
Yeah.
Holy.
But yeah, I was heavy on Ickdeep, bro. I was like, yo, man. There used to be way more volume though when we first started the podcast.
Yeah.
Of people saying, "What the fuck are you guys doing?"
That would-
Now that it's
another
very
podcast.
established,
Yeah.
it's probably like 1% of what it used to be.
Yeah.
But we had to get through that time, and that's sick, yo. It built us different.
Yeah,
we're very thick.
definitely.
I feel like all of us here, like you included, like thick skin in terms of like we don't really care what people think.
No.
At the end of the day, the business chal diya, sada chal da, you know, it is what it is.
Exactly.
What do you
Live
think,
and
yo?
let live.
What do you see in your account? Do you feel like it got less now?
Actually, you guys are good that you turn everything off because
Yeah.
I feel like I've been posting less
Hmm.
because sometimes I just don't want to be perceived. Like people just have these opinions of me, and a lot of times, I feel like I have silent lovers and vocal haters. So people will leave hate comments, and like people won't say anything positive. But then when I see people in public, they'll be like, "Oh, like Realtor Dee, like I love your videos." So it's just hard to like find that balance and not let like the consumption of other things affect your creation of your videos.
Yeah,
You
yeah,
know
yeah.
what we're
yeah.
gonna do for you at the end of this pod? We're gonna mute her notifications so she'll post more on TikTok.
There we go.
Got you.
There
Nah,
we go.
yo, like,
try it out, honestly. Try it
I
out.
always tell
Yeah.
Ickdeep, yo, anytime he messages me, he's like, yo, read this comment or something like that. I'll be like, yo, first things first, look at the number of likes compared to the number of comments. It's immediately like 10x. And everywhere we go,
Yeah.
like I said, we get mad love. The
Yeah.
only thing is, though, that like the way that it works is that the haters can be the loudest, but there's never more haters than lovers.
Yeah.
And you can't
Facts.
you can't live in some fucking false reality where you're like, oh, I want to post on social media, but I only want people to like me. I don't want people to hate me. Then that's kind of your fault too for living in that
Yeah.
false reality, right?
You signed up for this.
Your biggest
100%.
idol in life is gonna have so many haters, bro, that you don't know of.
Yeah.
That's just a part of it.
Think about like, for example, like Drake. How many people hate Drake?
Definitely.
Shit.
You know, or like think about how many people hate like certain real estate agents. Or feel like, oh, this person's scummy, or this podcast is shit, or like whatever. But like, then you just
That's
run-
popping, yo. That's when you're popping.
That's
Like,
when you're
That's
popping.
when you're
something right.
popping.
Yeah. If
yeah.
people are talking about you, you know you're doing something right.
Definitely.
Right? Or unless you just completely did something stupid. But,
Yeah.
but like, you know what I mean? You know what I mean? Yeah.
No, 100%. There's definitely gonna be bad apples.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like transitioning though into business for your TikTok, like, are you like, how's that conversion over to like, you know, getting
Yeah, real
generating
estate.
leads?
So I think it's good for my brand and my exposure, but when it comes to actual leads themselves, it doesn't really translate into how many like followers and views that I have. So I am
Yeah.
thinking of like creating a content plan that will help me push more real estate related leads.
Okay.
But yeah, it's been all right.
We got you after the pod.
Yeah.
We got you on the helm. Don't even worry.
No, that's
Yeah.
interesting. I always thought about that.
Yeah.
Because for us, our videos are just about like literally like getting followers and interactions and getting out there. We
Yeah.
don't have like a business that we take them to. I always
Yeah.
wondered that side of it.
Yeah, there is like a different like thing you have to target in terms of like obviously conversion.
Mhm.
It's how many people can you get, like it's click through, like how many people can you get click through.
Click on your link in bio and shit.
Yeah, you gotta click on the bio, set up like meetings, online meetings, like emails, stuff like that. I don't know, it's difficult, but like it's very doable though at the same time.
Yeah.
What's your most highest effort video you've ever made?
My highest effort
Yeah,
video.
like your highest effort video where you're just like, yo, I'm
You know what? They never perform well.
Yeah, yeah,
Exactly.
they don't.
It's
Yeah, yeah.
crazy. Like
I
I'll
just-
spend all this time. Like I had one that I went to a bowling alley with my team, and it was like I was introducing everybody. I edited the clips.
Oh, I
I
know that
added
trend.
overlays.
Yeah.
I put some audios. Like I put my like so much effort and time into this. Right?
Yeah.
Gets like 500 views.
500,
like,
600 views.
10
yeah.
likes.
yeah,
Exactly,
man,
yeah.
already. I had to learn that too.
But that's the thing.
Literally.
But that's the thing.
I don't know. I realize like the shit that I just think of when I'm just being stupid and it'll take like 10-second video like Superstore.
Yeah.
That's where the shit pops.
Because it's
Literally.
organic. It's
Yeah.
organic, right? It's like people can relate to it instead of like some over edited clip. I posted some clip the other day, like I know super sick edit that I made, but man, it fucking got like 80 likes on TikTok or something and like 600, 700 views. And I was like, whatever.
Yeah.
I don't really let it affect me.
People
but-
want to feel like, yo, this video is being slept on. Like, you know what I mean? Like, this is jokes as fuck. It's like so simple. Like, this is being
Yeah.
slept on.
Yeah.
Like no one knows about this. When they see something that looks very professional, they'll be like, oh, whatever, yo. Like, this
It's
guy's
just
rowdy.
like-
I
they
get
think
it.
of
Like,
it
you're
as an ad.
rowdy. I
Yeah.
feel that too because I interact with shit the same way.
Yeah, they think of it as
Sure.
like an ad almost, right?
Yeah. I don't know, man. That trend's jokes, though, where you introduce everybody and you're like, yeah, this is this guy. He does this and shit.
Yeah. I
Yeah.
thought it was a good video, but
Yeah.
it's always like
yeah.
even my recent viral video, it got like 1 million something views.
Nah, not rowdy. What was it?
Shit.
It was my sister went to the hospital. She had like an allergic reaction, and
Oh,
she was
shit.
like hives all over her body, like her throat was closing up, and like she never
Oh,
really
I
had
got
allergies
that.
before. Pardon?
That happened to me once.
That's so scary. Do you know
Nah,
what you're
it
allergic
fucking
to?
happened in India. I had a bunch of pizza one night in India, right?
Oh, shit.
From some random guy on a motorcycle. So it's like 2021. I had a bunch of fucking pizza, like literally like 14 slices of cheese pizza, right?
14?
Yeah. And in India, because I was starving to death,
He's
so
built.
eating roti and
He's
shit.
built different.
Right?
Yeah, you're a tank.
It's like later there though, because everything's different, and all the cheese in India is like made of some random shit. I don't know what.
Yeah, it doesn't taste
So the
the
next
same.
day, I woke up with a bunch of hives, right? And I was freaking out, and then I just went and got a fat ass tikka, and I was set.
Dude, India medicine is different. Like they've used
Yeah.
injecting you with DK, giving you like 5 pills, like take this, and
Yeah,
you're
yeah.
just like
Then you're straight. It's just such strong. So then you're straight.
Straight
Get
to
fucking
God,
tikka
bro.
on your thighs, dude. Those doctors aren't even like MDs. They're just like doctors and shit.
I know. I went to the clinic in my parent. We got like sick and stuff, and then
Mm.
the doctor went to the Medla, so it was his wife there.
Yeah.
Then she's prescribing me the medicine and stuff, and like analyzing me, and she's not even a doctor. She's just like the wife of the doctor.
Yo, even if you
Okay.
look at the doctor's credentials, they're not an MD. Like they're not med school. They're like some like ABDF or something like
Yeah.
some BQ.
like online
मैं
certification, they got.
मैं BA की तीसरी
You're like a
चंडीगढ़
Zoom call.
some shit.
You're like a Zoom call.
Yeah.
Doctor talk to like इतना करीदा है करे.
It'll be like a BA Q or some shit, and they'll be like, you'll be like, हाँ जी, okay, ठीक है. It's not like they went to the top medical school and shit, you know? Like,
Nah, bro. It's
not
not like they
that.
just went to like the local pind and just
Yeah,
like was
yeah,
like,
yeah.
"Ah, sir,
This-
doctor मान गया
This
था."
one guy, I know one of my dad's friends, he always calls him doctor. I'm like, what if we call him a doctor? He's like a plumber, right? And he's like, yo, back in the day when he was in India, he just became a doctor. I was like, what do you mean? He's like, yeah, he's just like the paint doctor. Like, he just learned all this shit, yo.
He just woke up one day like,
Yeah.
I'm gonna be a doctor.
Like, that was his thing or some shit, yeah. I know everybody still calls him doctor, even though he's just a random guy. He's a doctor there. That's rowdy, eh?
That's hilarious.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
You know what's crazy, yo, that I was reading about yesterday is that you know how like influencers have their brands, right? And like say for example our podcast is sponsored, etc. There's like deep fakes now from AI that are so good that there's like hundreds of thousands of ads out there that are just Joe Rogan's face, but like made by AI that like studied all of his podcasts.
Yeah.
Just advertising like, yo, I use this freaking badam every day or something, right? Like
Yeah, yeah.
I use this medicine every day. So they're like, if these AIs are getting so good at making videos of people, it's almost like your brand becomes so diluted. Because now it's like there's so many ads of Joe Rogan fucking supporting everything, but they're all fake, but nobody knows.
True, but I feel like the regulations are probably going to be adjusted soon to keep up with that because like deepfakes are so new and obviously it's not ethical to use someone's face without their permission.
Yeah.
It's not.
I feel like it'll be the biggest do number ala kam though. Because you know how AI gets better exponentially?
Yeah,
Like it just learns exponentially.
It's so scary.
Like think about like past 2 years how much shit came out.
Yeah.
It could get to the point where like all these tells you have now, like this is obviously fake. It filters those out because it gets smarter and smarter.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it's like Farlo,
100%.
right?
It's like learning so quickly.
Yeah.
It's like
There's,
Farlo.
Dude, like ChatGPT rate is like just surface level of what like it's actually possible. Like, cause they're showing us what they want to show us. That's the thing.
I agree.
Yeah.
And the government's probably had access to this for years, and this is
100%.
the tip of the iceberg. So like, imagine what they're like scheming up back there.
Yeah, it's pretty solid, yo. I'm
It's-
telling you,
I use
yo.
it to help me with like
That's
my
the opportunity.
workflow.
I'm gonna hop into there and shit, bro.
Yeah.
I'm not scared of it like some people are scared of it, yo.
Yeah.
I'm
feel
scared
like-
of it, bro.
I feel like
Why?
we're all fucking in this together,
like,
man.
I don't know if you guys saw this story, but it was some gamers, and he had like a tab open, and another gamer like saw it, and it ended up being some site where you can watch like X-rated videos and upload different people's face on it, so you can basically make a sex tape with someone's picture.
Yeah.
Think about how dangerous that is. Like,
I've seen that type of shit.
Yeah.
The deep fake. It was a whole article that came out about it, right?
Yeah. and
That shit's
humans,
crazy.
Like, the most solid way of credibility is if you see something with your own eyes.
With the video.
But now, if you can see something with your own eyes and it's not even real, like how do you determine what's real, what's not?
Even the voice thing, like you can like get someone's voice and mimic it, right?
Yeah.
Like, it's like, and it's pretty accurate too. It's not completely accurate, obviously.
Yeah,
But it's
yeah.
it's dangerous. It's getting dangerously accurate.
Yeah, I
For
think
sure.
pretty accurate. There's a whole like new companies emerging of people that like for courts when people submit like surveillance footage and like audio recordings
You have to test for
that they go through and they look at the. You can't just test it though, yo. You have to look at every single little detail.
Yeah.
Because there's no test that'll tell you this is the error. It's not. You have to look like the discrepancies and the smallest details on like the metadata,
Yeah.
and then you have to like be like, yo, is it dismissible or not?
Yeah.
Because shit's getting
Wild.
good.
Because think about it, like if like someone.
Imagine one day somebody dropped a video of you just doing some fucked up shit and it wasn't real, yo.
Yo, I would be so stressed.
And everybody's like, yo, dick, yo, like you're like,
Yeah,
you know?
Realtor Dee
Yeah.
just cussed me out.
For real.
It's a
I don't
video
know,
of you just kidding. You're at an open house. Get the fuck out of the house.
Yeah, or like saying something like problematic shit. Like
Yeah.
that's so scary. I
See,
can't-
like the biggest thing is, yo, that like with AI to understand is like so far the videos that come out, the shit needs a lot of pictures and videos of your face. That's why they're out for Joe Rogan and the Pope and Elon Musk and shit.
Yeah.
If you don't have that many videos and pictures of you out there, people won't have shit to. We were like, I'm kind of fucked, right? But like, if you're like a private person who doesn't have many videos and pictures, you can't really make an AI because it won't have shit to go off of.
All three of us are fucked. All three of us sitting here
Yeah.
are fucked.
I don't really care though,
Bro.
man. Like maybe Parlo to see like.
This guy's mango.
I don't really care, yo. Like, I'll prove it's fake one way or another. I believe in God, you know? Like, I do, yo. Yeah, I don't sit here. I don't sit here and be like, one day, what if this happens and then I can't? That's just stupid to me, yo. I'm like, yo, in the long term, I'm gonna win because I believe in God, bro. Like, fuck it.
I
Fair
respect
enough.
that.
You know what I mean?
Blind faith. That's what you gotta do.
Yeah,
Respect
bro.
that,
That's
respect
just
that.
been good for me so far, man.
Yeah, yeah.
Killing it in life, you
Yeah, it's
know?
not above
Same
God,
way.
man. I believe you.
Yeah, man.
Straight.
All right, should we move on to the final topic?
Yeah. Before we end up the pod, we're gonna go into some quick fire questions, and these are gonna be really, really fun. So like, let's see what your responses are. All right. If you could make your own VR, so virtual reality, what would it be about?
Ooh, my own virtual reality.
Yeah.
I feel like it would be something based off of reality TV, but it would be like my life. So it'd be like a day in my life, but like you're actually like just like seeing it from what I'm seeing
Like
and
a POV.
experiencing
Like a
it.
POV.
Like a POV.
Would it
yeah,
be
yeah.
exciting?
Yeah.
Because I swear to
think
God,
so.
if it's just me seeing you doing a bunch of meetings, I'm gonna be like,
No.
I'm like, man.
Caralho, pra isso não.
No, but I definitely be cracking jokes in between, and I feel like my
Yeah.
family's always like wild, and I live with like 7 people, and everybody always has like
Something to
something
say.
different going on.
Yeah.
Yo, if
Like,
I
look
could
at
make
the
a,
jokes.
yeah, that's true. That'd be jokes. I feel
That's
that.
jokes.
If I could make a VR, I'd make Squid Games, yo, in fucking VR, bro. So
This
people
guy.
can just get
Oh my
traumatized
God.
and shit. I'd make some rowdy game like that can never exist in real life. Just capitalize off all the effed up people that are gonna want to buy here, lining up with the money, bro.
Yeah, that's a good idea.
You know, like it's not real people. Chill out and shit.
It's just people just dying left and right. You're just like leaving them like traumatized after they play your game.
Remember when
Yeah.
this guy said I'm not gonna be a serial killer?
I'm not though. Can't say shit.
See a lot of red flags here.
No.
Like,
I just like
Someone put
I
this
would
man
never.
on a watch list.
Nah, bro. I just think it's like how the same way that show was #1 in the whole world, even if it was in a Korean language that nobody can understand. Dude, people like seeing fucked up shit.
100%. It's human nature.
yeah.
People like that shit. It's like that's like why so many people like crime detective TV shows. It's because normal life is so fucking boring. If you work a 9 to 5, you're just like like say you're an accountant or some shit. What excitement do you have in your life, bro?
Yeah.
You want to go home and watch a TV show with serial killers and FBI people and
Definitely.
I guess I'm
I
saying.
guess, yeah.
I feel like humans are like natural problem solvers and we like that like
Yeah,
thriller,
yeah.
mystery.
Yeah.
You
Well,
don't want to
there's,
be in a
like,
pinjara and
excitement.
shit.
It's excitement to life, right?
What would you do?
Bro. You know what? even though I'm roasting you, you're gonna roast me too. I don't give a fuck. I'd probably just start a zombie apocalypse. Just see what happens. Honestly,
Like
I'd just see what happens. I would just be
No,
the guy
bro.
above and just look down and see what happens.
Bro, all the billionaires that have underground bunkers would just survive. And we
No,
all
I'd
just
make
die.
sure that their bunkers get fucked. Like,
like targeting them.
No. I want everyone to have an equal chance, right? I'm gonna see what happens.
Yeah.
You're rowdy, yo.
You're the one who wants to make Squid Game. I'm just saying like for the excitement. I'd shut it off right when like someone's about to die though. Like someone like, I'd be like, I shut off.
You're yapping it, yo.
You're the one who wants to make Squid Games.
Next question.
Hey.
Why are all brown girls obsessed with Aritzia? We need to know.
Honestly, I know it's such a generic brand, but like most of the time the quality is good and you can like rewear the staple pieces a lot.
Yeah.
Like I'm an Aritzia girl, but it's so expensive.
I think it's just a whole influencer trend thing, yo.
Like, how much
Definitely.
Aritzia?
Like,
do you
obviously,
own?
I'm not a.
everything I'm wearing right now
Is that all Aritzia?
Yeah, I think so.
I think I saw one of your TikToks like before, and it was like some Aritzia haul or some shit.
Yeah.
Then I was
yeah,
like,
yeah.
yo, like, what even is? Like, why is it so rowdy, bro?
Because it just looks so
Dude.
basic. Like it's H&M to me.
But it's like staple pieces.
No,
like,
but it's
if you
not.
wanna
The price is.
snatch it-
Yeah.
The price is not H&M.
The price is not H&M style,
No.
yeah.
Yeah, I know it's
No.
not.
This is like, you could buy some Nike Tech Fleece, but you go to Aritzia.
Yeah, legit.
Yeah.
I guess girls don't want Nike Tech Fleece, though.
No, you guys have it easy. You go to your 3 stores. You go to like Champs, Sports Check, like Foot Locker. Get
that
all your
true?
fits from there. That's it. Like that's basic too.
Is
Why
that
do you
true?
guys shop there?
I mean, like, shit, she's reversing the question on us.
ਇੱਕ ਡੀ ਪਤਾ ਮੌਂਕਲੇ ਦੀਆਂ ਕੱਚੀਆਂ ਪਾਉਂਦਾ ਯਾਰ
Oh
This
shit,
guy's-
bougie.
No,
Like,
not that
Vita.
much. Not that much. Just, I keep it simple. Look at me, I'm wearing nothing. I'm chilling out right now. I'm
Yeah, I
vibing.
guess so.
Cash fit. I like
Cash-
your fit today. Well, you got your vest. You got.
I never wear this vest because it's too heaty, yo. I
Why?
used to wear this vest a
Who's
lot
gonna
last
jump you
summer.
for this vest.
No, it's
That's
just
what I'm saying.
it just attracts too much attention because like I used to wear it to school last summer and everybody would be like, oh my god, you got teddy bears on your vest and shit. I'd be like, fucking bad, right? Back then I liked it, right? Because I was like, yeah, bro, I got teddy bears on my vest, right?
Yeah.
But then after that, I just didn't really wear it because I was like, yo, I'm not really down to be like, yo, I'm that guy with teddy bears on his vest, right? So I whipped it up for the first time because I was like, it just goes good with this color.
Yeah.
This
I
color
like to stay comfy like 99% of the time. You know what I mean? If it's comfy, I'll wear it. I don't
Yeah.
really, like I was like, who am I trying to impress?
He's
I don't care.
capping. Yo, this guy, right?
Oh my
On his
God.
Instagram, you have to check it out. He thinks he's like a supermodel, yo. He has like
Is he
photo
stunning
shoot.
on there?
मेरी एक भी नहीं photo
Oh,
shoot.
okay,
मेरी
let's
एक
rate
भी
the
नहीं photo
Instagram.
shoot.
Let's
This
rate-
guy has
let's rate-
hella photo shoots here. Let's do
Well,
एक
I'm
deep
go-
drip check. Ek deep drip check right
I'm
now.
going out for a photo shoot this weekend too.
Yeah.
Oh no.
Just stay
What's
so
your name?
humble.
Ekdeep, so EKDEEP.
Yep.
21K. We're doing Realtor Dee is rating Ekdeep's Instagram. Then she's gonna rate Manrov's Instagram next.
No.
I'm speaking like I'm in third person, but like fuck. it.
So let's do it.
Alright, let's
Okay, you
do
got
it.
your Polaroid pic on there.
You see, I
You got
told
the
you.
podcast.
Yeah.
Hmm.
It's aesthetic.
Oh, this one is aesthetic.
Appreciate
You
it.
got
Yeah,
your
yeah.
background.
Thank you.
He did some color grading on this.
Bro, she knows what's up.
Wow, the effort is there.
Effort is always.
This guy's sitting here like, I just wear what's comfortable.
I do.
Yeah, you got the
That's his
parkade
Instagram.
pictures.
Yo, I got
Yeah,
99% of the
I
time I'm
know.
comfy though. That's like the 1% time me, man.
Whoa, so you're different online than in real life?
No,
Catfish?
man. Look,
Catfish?
Nah, bro. I look the same, man.
No, this is still fairly comfy wear.
Yeah, it's still pretty comfy.
Yeah.
Okay, what's your
I guess
Instagram
so.
now? Let's see yours.
Manrov's is like nice, man.
It's like Minarav16. Minarav_16, I think.
Yeah.
I'll get
So what do you rate my Instagram out of 10?
I think you put good effort into it. Let's see here.
Like aesthetics, the vibe, etc.
I'm gonna give it a 9 out of 10.
Solid.
Because I could tell you put effort into it. Like all your
Oh.
pictures are very centered. It's
Mhm.
you like calculated it well, you know.
Thank you. See,
Now let's see yours.
My Instagram got like pictures of grass and shit. I'm joking.
real.
I think it's
real
pretty
Dee
good,
approved.
yo. But like, I saved the shit posts. You know how most people delete their grade 10 shit posts?
Mm.
I keep them
You're
on
keeping it
there.
real.
Yeah, like yo, I just want people to see back in the day. This guy's just a normal guy too. He's not, like, too
Yeah,
rowdy
yeah.
and shit.
Manners Instagram's like nice and wholesome. You know, it's wholesome.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like this is like lifestyle. Like he's keeping it real. He has like some candids in there. He has like some posed pictures in there.
Damn, that's wild. I
Like
never
look at
heard
that. He's like cheesing.
Yeah,
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 yeah.
like a Gora's
Manners-
wedding.
Manners just, like,
that was my
nice.
first Gora in love. Yeah, I was the best man there. In September, it was wild,
Oh,
bro.
really?
And I did a speech, and the whole speech, everybody there was white, and I did a whole speech about being his only brown friend, and all the old motherfuckers died, bro. They gave me hugs and shit after. Like,
I love
it was
that.
sick.
I love that
at the
representing.
little podium. That was dope.
Okay, Manners Instagram out of 10.
I'm sorry, but I'm gonna have to give it like a 7 out of 10.
Alright, it's all good.
But you know what? Respect. You keep all of your 2018 pictures and everything.
respect
Like,
Yeah,
I give you
yeah,
Instagram
I
a
keep
10
all
out
the
of 10.
shits, yeah.
I give you 10 out of 10.
No way, man. It's all
I
good.
got you.
Cause like I don't go ham, really.
Yeah, you don't go. Yeah, I know.
Yeah. बाहर अंदर जाइदा था. Like,
I do it because of like what I'm planning with what I'm releasing soon. That's why.
I'm sorry, I'm still talking.
Yeah, my highlights. Yeah.
Yeah,
My highlights are really nice. I like my highlights.
Oh yeah, they're very aesthetic.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank
Look
you.
at you, editor guy. You can tell.
Thank you.
This guy is, yeah.
Visionary.
With the visualizer.
Yeah. Dropping the trailer soon.
That's gonna be
Bios are the best.
that's gonna be a fire clip.
I'm dropping the trailer to the doc soon, today or tomorrow.
Yeah.
hopefully.
This guy's making a documentary, yeah.
But what?
About my mental health and weight loss journey. Cause I used to be really big.
Oh really?
Yeah.
Tell me about that.
I was like 200 pounds at one point, so it's pretty big. I
I'm
wasn't,
almost
like-
200 pounds now.
Yeah, but I was like, I'm shorter than you, by like an inch or two. Yeah. So
Yeah.
I was like, I was very insecure about it to a certain extent because I felt like I was like made fun of a little bit about it when I was a kid, but it didn't bother me too much. But obviously it was all in the back of my mind, right?
Yeah.
And then I started training more, and I started getting really into like fitness, and I wanted to like really get into like combat, right? Combat sports. So when I started taking that more seriously, I got with my current trainer, shout out Veggie Gains, and he's my PT and nutritionist. So when I started with him, like I had a whole journey for like a 8-month journey of like I lost 60 pounds.
Awesome.
So that journey from going from there to where from there to then, I had like a whole like mental health journey as well. So I recorded a lot of it. So I'm releasing it, and all of the proceeds from that doc are going to a men's mental health organization. So that's
Awesome.
So I want to help out a bunch of like especially guys in our community. I feel like often in our community don't talk about it, especially the guys. Like we don't talk about mental health at all.
Do I never talk about mental health?
Yeah, you don't exactly.
This
Right?
guy asked me about mental health topic on the podcast. I'll be like, oh, but yeah.
Yeah.
Right? So I'm like, yo, it's a good thing to like put out there. I just want to help some people out. Hopefully inspire someone to if they want to go on a journey, they
That's
can
true,
as well.
bro.
100%.
Yep.
100%,
That's my
man.
goal. That's why I do the Instagram stuff. Like honestly, like I post there frequently and stuff too. Like if anyone reaches out to me, I try to help them out. I think that's just me being a little bit too pola sometimes, but it is what it is.
What do you mean? Like, what's the craziest person that's ever reached out to you?
Someone asked me for a bunch of like workout advice and stuff. I took them out to the gym, worked out with them.
Oh, actually?
Yeah.
Oh,
that's
that's
pretty
so
beast,
nice.
yeah. That's
Yeah.
kind of sick.
I like doing stuff like that, man. I don't think I'm ever like too big or anything, man. I'm like a normal guy, man.
मेरे DMs just the लोग की गालां काट दिया
Yeah.
तेरे वजह ना प्यार करते हैं
Asking for advice.
I'm
But
joking. That's cute, yeah. That's sick, right?
Oh,
Wholesome
definitely.
moment.
Very
with
wholesome.
It is wholesome, and I feel like I can relate to that too because
Yeah.
like the whole point of being on a platform, it's like sure it's fun to just like get likes and
Yeah,
just
yeah,
be
yeah.
online, but at the end of the day, my biggest goal is to just make a good change in someone's life. And I always get these DMs that are like, "Oh, you inspired me to do this," or like, "I love seeing you hustle," like
Mhm.
whatever. And it's like my huge goal is like whenever somebody meets me, they just said like she's very kind, she's respectful.
Mm.
Yeah.
And like you're making a good change in someone's life. Like I
100%.
feel like that makes like all the difference.
That's the
Say you
I feel
got
like
that.
that's the goal, right? To leave like a lasting impact.
'Cause
like,
yeah.
you're not gonna take money with you. You're not gonna take anything with you, right? When you leave, eventually. But for me, my goal has been how can I change people's lives for the better? How can I make an impact? Whether it's something with like something I invent or something I do, right? I want to leave a lasting I want to leave a legacy behind. Even though in like couple of years, maybe 50, 60, 100 years I'll be forgotten, but I want to have the effect I want to have is I wanted to at least help as many people as I can, right?
Yeah.
That's always
Yeah.
been the goal.
Nah, it's not. Yeah, I know what you mean.
Yeah.
But like a legacy like that doesn't even have to be about your name. Because think about all
Yeah,
the
yeah.
people that you affect. They affect more people
Exactly,
too, bro.
that's
So
what I'm
it
saying.
ends
I
up being
don't-
like an
Ripple effect,
exponential
yeah.
effect.
Yeah,
Like
exactly.
think about people that come in the past and started all these big movements. It's dope.
Yeah.
You always have to have the underlying meaning so you don't feel lost and
Exactly,
depressed.
yeah, yeah.
I've always felt like I had to have a big purpose. Yeah.
Exactly.
Podcast is a nice big purpose. Obviously, as you get older, you start more bigger purposes.
We have a lot of things
It's
planned,
so
bro. We got a lot of
sick.
things planned.
It's so sick when you can have something that, like, you know, like I love to do, just talk shit on a mic. But then also you have these moments where people like you like talk about all this inspirational shit, and then
Yeah.
people listen to it and they learn from it. That's dope, yo.
One thing with all of us is like we were talking about stuff the pod before. It's like we can look back 10 years from now and see us in this moment of time in the studio talking about this, and it's cemented, right? It almost like it beats time in the sense of like it's always gonna be here.
Dude, if
Right.
I watch a
100%.
podcast from like October or something, I'll be like, yo, that was such a hallelujah.
Yeah, like our
Like
first
cringing back at it.
Yeah.
But that's how you know if you cringe back at yourself, that means you've grown since then.
100%, yeah.
I feel like I was like chilling in the moment, but yeah, bro, I was like, yo, what the hell?
You sent me one of the TikToks like last night or whatever.
Yeah, from like way like 6 months ago, it was
Yeah.
so different.
And it was so different.
And just because in the podcast game, you're always learning more and more about how to be a better speaker, how to be more real, and all this shit.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
And holy, you changed so much in the last few months.
Sure. That's awesome that we get to document it because when you're so indulged in the journey, you don't see those like that growth.
Yeah.
But when you have like a physical thing to show where you were at in life, and a
Yeah.
lot of times you won't even remember like the mental space that you were in. But then when you see that, then you're like, oh yeah, like that happened.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
rowdy, right? Like I make vlogs too, yo, for myself and shit.
Do you upload them anywhere?
Nah, but like whenever something rowdy happens, even good or bad,
These
I'll just
vlogs
make a vlog. If it's
Yeah.
really bad, I'll be like, don't worry, like God's got me in this moment. I'm gonna look back on this later. If it's
Yeah.
hella good, I'll be like, yo, let's get it. And then I just have a big folder of it, all my photos.
That's
It's,
awesome.
it's sick. I think I'll look back into it in a bit. Right now, I don't look back on it at all.
Yeah.
It'll be
It's
sick.
just a
Give us some
personal.
time.
It's like a personal thing.
Yeah, one of my one of my friends who's like 10 years older, literally 10 years older, showed it to me a few years ago, and I was like, this is sick, because he had it for like 10 years. Yo.
Yeah. Wow.
Like all the crazy shit, like all the times in your life you think you're about to die, and you're like, this is the biggest problem in my life. You go to a little video and you look back and you're like, holy shit, that was nothing.
Yeah.
This thing happening now is nothing too.
For sure.
Yeah.
Puts it into perspective.
Yeah,
100%.
it's nuts, man.
All right, go back to the questions though. Here's the question I need to ask you because I think this is jokes because we gotta, we ask the guys this a lot, but I feel like we need a female's perspective on it too. What's your ideal brown guy?
My ideal brown guy.
Yeah, we need to ask. We gotta
You're
keep,
a G for this.
we gotta keep it. We gotta keep it going,
You know
right?
what? My ideal brown guy is the guy that I'm seeing right now. He's
Oh, that's sweet, yo. That's sweet.
I love that. I love
He's
that.
very like kind and understanding,
Mhm.
and he like goes out of his way to make sure that like I'm happy, and it doesn't have to be in like the bigger ways. It's just like the smaller things, like making sure like my lunch is packed, or just like random stuff like
Aw,
that. You know,
Oh, that's
it's
sick.
very cute.
That's
Yeah,
awesome.
Yeah.
I'm really happy for you.
yeah.
That's hella sweet.
I was
yeah.
talking about this yesterday with somebody actually,
Mhm.
and it's crazy how there's been this like shift in perspective of like men being providers. But before it was like women independence. Now they like only go for a man if he's rich. And I know a lot of girls that kind of have the similar perspective, and that's like on the top of their list, like rich, like financially well off.
Mhm.
Yeah.
But then you think of the word fulfillment, and it's like, yeah, you find a guy that's rich, but then you're like unsatisfied in so many other ways.
Yeah.
So I think for me, it's like money is something that can be obtained, and we can like do that together. But like it's about like the little things that matter. Like
Yeah. Because his money.
Yeah, you can't change those, yeah.
You can't change.
I think it's just a lot of things that you, like, money can always come, especially if you have the right person to build a foundation with. 100% you guys will hustle your way to Forbes, like 30 under 30, right?
yeah,
But if, like, in all the other ways you aren't fulfilled, money's not going to change that. You're just going to be unhappy with, like, a bunch of money.
yeah,
Even if you marry someone rich, for example, right?
exactly.
I feel like, yo,
What's some advice you have for guys that are trying to, trying to find a good girl?
Yeah, that's a good question. I would say it also matters like where you're looking, and also the energy that you put out is the energy you're gonna get back. So if you are trying to avoid a gold digger, I know a lot of people are concerned about that. Like, don't flaunt your money. Don't be like, don't think that's what girls value. If you come at them like that, then you're gonna attract that type of energy back.
True.
And another thing is like your approach with women. Like, a lot of people might find women like scary, and I find that guys like that don't treat me like a person. Like, they'll be like, oh, like, what's up and stuff. Like, and they'll be all like scared.
What's up and shit.
Yeah, right?
Like,
You can just come up to me like, oh, like, how's your night going? Like, whatever you would say to your friend. Like,
Yeah,
don't
yeah.
overcomplicate it in your head. We're just people. Like,
yeah.
yeah, that's true.
Okay, because you said that, I need to ask you this. What are your thoughts on Surrey Jacks?
Surrey Jacks?
Yeah, like what's like, do you know, because there's a stereotype of like girls like Surrey Jacks. What's your thought on that? Because like,
I don't-
why is it that like, because I see it sometimes too, and I'm like, damn, like this person's like doing all this toxic shit, thinking he's future, doing all this like, city boy shit.
Yeah.
What's your thoughts on that?
I don't know. I don't support. I feel like Surrey Jacks is so broad though. I don't want to paint everybody with the same brush just because they like are from Surrey and
Okay.
talk a certain way. But I think Surrey is more of like a mentality. Like if you're trying to like start beef for no reason and just
Yeah,
be
yeah,
like
yeah.
super like toxic and controlling, then like nah, not about that. It's like you
Mm-hmm.
need to have emotional intelligence, you know?
Yeah.
You can't get triggered at every little thing. Like that reminds me yesterday when we were out and there's like 7 guys just like came up to us for no reason. And they're just like trying to start beef and we were with a couple of their friends as well.
Wait, look, you guys are girls though. They pulled
There
up
was
trying to
3
start
girls, 3 guys, and then there was like 7 guys that came up to us.
beef. Oh
What the hell?
shit.
And then
Where were you guys?
we were outside of Cabana, which is not
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
first red flag right there.
Yeah,
Yeah,
going
yeah.
now.
But still, like they come up and then they're just like, why did you give my friend the middle finger? And then we're like, one of the guys that we were with, like we didn't even give anybody the middle finger, and like your friend gave us the middle finger, and you could just tell they're looking for a scrap. You could see it in their eyes. There's like no
They're, like,
thoughts
doped
behind their
out.
eyes, just like just looking for a scrap. Like it was insane, and they were even fighting the girls. I was like, I stepped in before it escalated, and I was like, you guys like don't be the brown people stereotype. Like there's no reason to fight. And he turns to me, he's like, shut the fuck up, bitch. And I was like,
Yo, that's
I was
mangled,
like,
bro.
never mind.
Wait,
And
so
then
you
I-
looked in his eyes and just saw nothing?
nothing.
Like,
Just, like,
literally
pure
depressing.
rage.
You're like out here trying to be like, how can I, like, you know, de-escalate
Yeah.
this? Look at him. He's like, nah, I can't do
Nah,
it.
he was like winding up his fist towards me, and I was like, "Hey, it's not worth like getting
That's
shanked
actually-
right now."
Yeah, people like that are still out there. You can't be in an illusion that
Damn,
they're not,
bro.
bro. They're out there, like,
It's
Nah, I
thriving
feel
and
like-
shit.
I don't know, man. If you're a guy and you think hitting a girl is cool, bro, you need to fucking go to jail.
Definitely.
No, but I feel like guys that want beef that bad, their, like, brain got miswired by some type of nashino shit too, yeah. There's, like,
Yeah,
that element too.
probably.
You think they were drunk?
I think so. It was like at the end of the night, so I think everybody was like drunk.
Everybody's
Maybe
just
they're like
around.
on one, like
Trying
I
to
don't
dominate,
know.
yeah.
But it was wild.
Pop up.
I have
pop something.
I have a question for you guys about like the
Oh, wow.
upney on upney hate.
Yeah.
Okay.
How come brown guys they have this thing where it's like, why the fuck you staring at me and shit? Like, why do they do that?
Yo, I don't know, actually. Why do they do that? You're always saying that. Strange.
This guy's evil because he's gonna make me answer.
Yeah.
Okay. I feel like so I went down to Surrey not too long ago, and like my friend kept calling me. I was like, "Why are you looking over your shoulder so much? Why are you acting like you have like ops or something?" I'm like, I don't, right? I don't.
Bro, everybody thinks they have options. Like,
that's
everybody
real.
thinks.
No, it's just because you know what it is. When you get stared at, I start questioning like, why are you staring at me? Like I don't understand. Like ma kita kiya, right?
Yeah.
Like I don't
Yeah,
get
but
it.
what if they're just, like, looking around and then you're like, oh, why are you staring at me?
No. I never do like that. I've seen people literally looking at me like this. Like just stare at me like this, right? And I'm just like, 'cause this is like looking out around. You make some eye contact. And like, okay,
What do you say? You're like, why are you staring at me?
No, I just
Yo.
either I do one or two things. Either I'll stare back and I'll be like, okay, we're gonna see who breaks fucking eye contact first. I know, bitch. Or two, I just ignore it.
Nah, I think guys do that because of the complex where you're like, yo, I'm the fucking man, bro.
No, but
like,
I-
somebody could just be looking around and be like, you looking at me and shit? It's like a complex in your head, bro.
Yeah.
It's like that complex of, like, I'm the man. Like, I don't have it. Like,
Alpha dog.
First off, I realized that I got in my own head by looking for people staring at me. When I walk now, I look at where I'm going. I don't look for people
Yeah,
staring
I
at
don't
me.
either.
Yeah.
I don't either. They just appear in my field of vision because they look
Nah,
at
man, I
Yeah.
fucking can't all that shit. You know, somebody staring at me, I'm like, yo, can I, yo?
Yeah, I don't okay. I don't start anything. No one's gonna start anything with me either. I'm not gonna say anything to them. I just look at they try something. I just walk away. I ain't trying to fucking fight you. Man.
Good.
Hold
I've
up,
seen it a
yo.
few times where it's escalated. He's like, why are you staring at me? He's like, why are you staring at me? And all of a sudden they're like standing up, like, you don't
Why
even
you
know who I
staring at
know.
me?
And I'm like,
Yo,
Like,
like I
what's
don't
going
think
on
I don't
here?
think two, been two, jintu, like
Yeah.
nah.
I'm mangled,
No,
yo.
I don't know. I seen it. I feel like for me, I don't get a lot of like guys my age staring at me. If I do, it's kind of just like they'll be like trying to figure out if they know me from somewhere. Now it's
Yeah.
like TikTok, so they'll come up to me, oh, get that bro, see your stuff, love your stuff, right, whatever.
Yeah.
Very cool, right? The people I feel like that stare at a lot is the desi uncles when you're like they just I don't know. Uncles at the gym, they gotta
stare.
They gotta stare. But I
Yeah,
think
that's
that's just
just
Desi
mangled.
culture though, right? I don't have an issue. Like again, I'm not. It's an uncomfortable. Yeah, I don't care if it is
Chilling.
uncomfortable a little bit sometimes, but like again, I don't really mind that.
If he's an uncle, bro, who cares,
Exactly,
bro?
that's why I don't care.
Uncle's probably just fucking chilling himself, you know,
Yeah.
like just
I
scoping
sometimes
the
go-
scenes
I
and
sometimes
shit.
go up to the uncle, "Kitna haal chal hai?" "Oh, theek hai, munda, tu suna?" It's
Yo.
a good conversation.
The woman experience is so much more different.
Yeah,
Yeah,
so
for you guys
much
it's
more
different. For
different.
you guys is different.
But the thing is, yo, I always had that that thing where like from when I was little, I was raised like going to the Gurdwara every day, and I learned really quick like if you try to look for girls staring at you, you're gonna have a shit ass reputation as just that guy who stares at girls. So now like that just got so embedded in me that even when I'm in like non-Gurdwara places, I won't naturally look towards girls because I won't be trying to like be that guy. But it really just started from people being like, "Yo, you don't want to be that guy who just stares at chicks at the Gurdwara."
Yeah, I
and
don't
I
want to
like
be like
tripped
known as
out.
that like uncle when I'm older or something.
Yeah.
Fuck that. So I just look.
Yeah.
Yeah. Whoa, I never thought of that. Like,
Yeah.
I always thought they're just like lurking, but maybe they're waiting for somebody to look at them, so they're looking at everybody. Like, I didn't consider that logic.
Yeah.
Trying to see
There's
the
like different perspective of it, right? But again, like
Yeah.
you having that question of like why do guys stare at each other, start beef? I think that's like more of a, again, I don't want to paint everyone on the same brush, but I think that's more of like a Surrey Jack mentality of like, yo, just looking for beef.
Yeah.
Right? Like the culture of it, right? Whereas like if
It's just
like,
alpha. It's just
that's
the alpha
energy,
complex.
yeah,
It's
yeah.
alpha complex.
Again, I just make a joke out of it. Someone's staring at me and I'm just feeling like, fuck it, I'm gonna fuck with this guy. I'll just stare at him back and see like what he says. Right?
Yeah. If he's like you
I'll
could tell.
just- I'll just
If you could tell he's like non-violent and shit,
Yeah,
right?
he's
You just stare at him
non-violent,
back.
yeah.
Like,
If
let
he's
me try
like,
this out.
Yeah, because then sometimes like I'll just start laughing. And then you'll just get confused.
Dude, they probably think you're like a psycho. You're
No,
just, like,
yeah,
standing there, like,
strange.
I'll go up to him like, nah. He'll be like, oh, bro, like,
Oh, okay,
he'll be
okay.
like, oh, bro, I thought I recognized you from somewhere. Do we know you? I'm like, I just play it off. I'm like, probably not. How you doing? It's usually at the gym though.
Yeah. Oh,
I-
I imagine that very different. I imagine
Yeah.
like you like staring at them from like across the room.
No,
and
no,
then,
I
like
don't
you
do
just
that.
start like laughing
Yeah,
manically.
that's
Like I would be
mango.
scared.
No, I don't do that. That's just fun.
Yeah.
That's just
I
fun.
could hit a smooth ass kidan though. Like if it's just like a dude at like a gas station, though, like kidan mere haal chal ki like
Yeah.
tu kinne ghante launa hunna and shit.
Yeah,
Like,
I think we're
ask
pretty friendly.
everything.
I think we're pretty friendly. Like we're pretty easygoing, so I don't really run into.
Dude, me and
it.
this guy went to the bank for some shit,
Yeah.
and this guy was like to me, "Yo, do you know this guy?" Because I just kept talking to him
Yeah.
about like life and shit.
Yeah.
I don't know. I'm like
This
that.
guy
now.
randomly started talking to
Since
guys
working in
doing-
customer service, you just start fucking talking to
Same.
everyone.
Same.
I'm the same way.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know. I just try not to like. Again, I just feel like if people are staring at me, then I'm just not gonna give them the time of day. I'm just
Yeah.
gonna just move past that. You know.
Fair
It
enough.
is what it is. Yeah.
You just can't
As
go
you
to.
should.
You can't go to like GTC on like a Saturday at like 2 p.m. and be like, "Yo, why are people staring at me?"
Yeah, because obviously, like, yo,
You know, like
Girls are
it's
seeking
your
it.
fucking fault, man. Like,
Yeah,
what are you
yeah.
doing? Go play golf or some shit. Yeah, like,
yeah, go play
Well.
golf. Yeah, there you go. Okay, back on the quickfires. Let's go. If you could be anyone for a day, who would you be and why?
Ooh, anybody for a day. I'm gonna go with like the basic girl answer and probably say one of the Kardashians because they're like living it up.
Fair enough. Be a billionaire.
You're right. That like you like live in your mansion, you just go on vacations, take pictures, get paid for it. Like who wouldn't want that life?
Fair. Man of you.
I'm gonna say this right, but you guys can't question it, yo. You guys have to just like be like
Ted
okay.
Bundy or some shit. I'm gonna look at him.
You guys have to just be like okay, and then like move on, eh?
Okay.
I'll be the jathedar of Kal Takht, bro, for a day.
Okay. Cool. Have fun.
Like I
fun,
just,
have fun.
I'm just telling you, bro.
Yeah. No. I would want to be like. I don't like Drake. I just want to see what Drake.
You wanna be
does.
Drake?
What he does, man. The guy's a sick man.
Drake just puts
Yeah.
freaking hot sauce on the condoms every day, bro.
Oh my god, I forgot
already
about
know.
that scandal.
That's
Yeah.
just comedy. Oh my god.
Yeah,
Okay.
that'd be nuts.
How'd you celebrate closing your first deal? When you sold the first house?
How did I celebrate?
Did bottles get popped? Did you go out for dinner? Did you Mummy Daddy to sell?
You made a TikTok about it, didn't you?
Yeah, I was.
That was celebration number one. What else you did?
I don't even think I did much because it's like
Fucking-
when you close your first deal, you don't see that money for the next couple of months. So I closed my deal in November, and I didn't see that money till February. So then, like, obviously, I was excited, and I was like, "Yay!" But then my mentality was just, "Okay, like, I need to hit the next one now." So I don't know if that's good or bad, but I didn't really want to celebrate because I was like, "Okay, this is just the beginning. Like, I need to be doing more. Like, let's fucking go."
That's actually pretty inspirational, yo.
That's solid.
That's sick.
Have you ever sold a paranormal/haunted house?
Would you sell a house with the haunted
Yeah.
I'm
stories and
so
shit?
scared of booths. You don't understand.
Really?
Actually?
Yeah, my mom has like instilled it into me, like that ghosts are real and stuff.
They
Yeah,
are.
yeah, and like Bollywood movies
They
make
are.
you think
Yeah.
ghosts are real. Yeah.
Yeah, I think
I
they
think
are
ghosts
real.
are real.
No,
I,
they definitely are.
I don't think they fuck around to people too much though.
I hope not. I try not to think about it because I know it like attracts that. But like even when I'm like doing open houses, I'm like the only one there, and I hear something creaking, like I get like so paranoid.
I just do
So,
have
like-
a box, man. Just
That used to be me
Yeah,
when I was a kid.
yeah.
That used to be me when I was a kid. I would hear shit creaking in the house and I would get so scared. But it wasn't until I got older that I literally just learned like when it gets hotter and colder outside, the wood just moves around,
Yeah,
bro. Like it's just
for
life.
sure.
You can't start freaking out and shit.
Yeah.
Not everything's a ghost.
I just straight
That's the
drew out. I
worst.
was like, yo, just go around the house. Why?
I actually, dude, I remember so holy shit. I remember so vividly. Like I would have to go down to the basement to just like get a toy or some shit, and I would get down there. I would fully freak out. I'd be like, you have to run back. There's some shit here.
That's the worst. Or when you have to turn the light off and run up the stairs and
Oh,
you feel
yeah,
like
yeah.
there's like a presence
Yeah,
following
yeah,
you.
yeah,
Yeah, yeah.
Dude, that was
So
a,
scary.
I
I
just walk around the house. I'm like, yo, if you're gonna come at me, come at me. I don't
Trying to
care.
square up with the ghost, like
Like,
look at
yo,
us
holy
going.
I'll stare you
shit.
down.
I used to have so many experiences like that. It's wild.
Yeah, actually,
yo.
yeah, I've had some like pretty freaky.
I used to like just like like stare at the door and be like, yo, okay, if a ghost walks in, what am I gonna do? When I was like
Yeah.
12,
I've had
because I was
pretty-
so scared. Bro.
Yeah, I've had some pretty
Real.
freaky experiences though, like an
Oh,
old
sorry.
house. Not gonna lie.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It
like,
is.
like doors randomly closing and shit. I'm just like, there's like literally nothing to close this door. What the fuck's
So
it closing?
scary.
Yeah, I'm like, yeah, whatever.
And then your intrusive thoughts too, like if I'm like washing my face or if I'm in the shower and then I hear a noise, like I don't know why my mind goes like the craziest spot. Like someone's killing my family right now, and they're like,
Yeah.
I'm next, and it's like why?
If,
Like,
if I open the door, someone's just standing here with a knife like this. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yo, apparently that's a healthy part of like the chaotic part in your brain. Like, you know how like when you're driving and you want to like suddenly turn the wheel and shit?
Yeah.
The opposite way, like when you're on the highway, like, what would happen if I just fucking cranked the wheel? Or you're like standing on a bridge and you're like, oh, what would happen if I just jumped off? Do you guys do that?
I have those thoughts.
Yeah, yeah. So apparently that
He's like
apparently
the
like
number one.
if the fucking fight or flight part of your brain is very healthy, you'll have those thoughts as like little tests and shit. I listened to like some
Oh.
neurologists talk about how that's like completely normal. And
Oh.
it's not like a red flag.
You're washing like dishes. It's like, what if I just
Yeah.
stabbed myself in the
Yeah.
hand or something right now?
Cause like
Yeah, like put my hand on the carburetor.
It's like,
or
yo,
something.
Yeah. What if I shred my hand real quick?
yeah,
Oh,
it's like
God.
fucking yeah. 'Cause, like I'll hear like an open window like upstairs, and I'll be like, okay, if some guy comes around with the AK right now, like what am I gonna do?
Yeah.
I'll
So
be
what's
like,
your
yo.
emergency plan then? Do you
Oh.
guys have one?
Oh, I'm just gonna bro. If someone has a gun, I'm not trying to run away. I'm just gonna charge at them at this point. I don't care.
Yeah, fair enough.
Fuck it, man. If you're gonna go out, I'm gonna go out. I'm not getting shot in the back.
Actually, I feel like that would be a sad way to die at like
Yeah, but-
because their ego got the best of you.
No, but what are you gonna do?
Like,
If someone's holding you at gunpoint, what are you gonna do?
No, like if somebody broke
in
into
a
my
fight,
house,
yeah.
I would go to the spot where it's gonna take the longest for them to find me,
Mm.
and once police are on the way, I would fucking do something or not do something, but I wouldn't confront them or some shit.
No, I'm saying if someone had you, like they walked in the store right now, had you at gunpoint, what are you gonna do?
Had me at gunpoint,
Yeah, what are you gonna do?
I'm gonna be like the man, yo. Actually, everybody thinks that till it happens, right?
He's gonna be like hiding under their table or something.
He's gonna talk him out of it. Hey, bro, I think you're making a mistake. You wanna sit down and talk about it?
Yeah,
We got a
like,
mic here.
you want some prime? Like I can crack one open for you.
I don't know, yo. It depends.
There you
Like,
go,
like the
that's
thing
it.
is, like I want to believe that I would be like all these people that I look up to who were not scared of death at all and looked at it in the eyes and like, you know, we're these fucking like heartless spiritual people that are like, yo, I'm with God. You can kill me. I'm not gonna be scared.
Yeah.
But like, you know, you can't really just say that.
Mhm.
In the moment, I would like to feel I would be like that though.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right,
Fucking rowdy questions, man.
there's rowdy questions. What's the
Rowdy.
dumbest thing you've ever bought?
Oh, probably bought a lot of dumb things.
Designer.
All my designers actually been gifted, so I always buy designer
Yeah.
gifts for like others, but I can't get myself to splurge on myself
Aw.
like that.
Oh,
That's
damn.
nice, yeah.
That's good.
Yeah.
Cute, cute.
Or ki lianda.
Yeah. Okay, there has to be some dumb purchase though. Like,
Dude, Amazon is like the worst thing known
Oh,
to
yeah.
existence.
Yeah.
Cause like I'll see some like random shit. Like one time I saw this like dog toy and it's like a fish and it like moves
mm.
and it'll just like flap its tail and I was like, I need this right now
For your dog?
for my dog. Yeah, it was like
No, man,
$20.
she bought it for herself.
Dude.
Right?
Dumbass.
I thought
Like a little
maybe.
moving, but yeah, I just like keep it in my room. or something.
Oh, that'd be rowdy. There's an actual addiction.
What's the dumbest thing you bought, man?
For Amazon?
Just in general.
It's fucking in general, bro.
Yeah.
Shit. I buy a lot of sentimental items. Like, I'll be traveling somewhere in like Europe or something, and I'll be like, oh my god, if I get this jacket right here for the rest of my life, I'm gonna see this jacket in my closet and be like, huh, मैं 2015 में चल ले आंदी सी France तो and shit, right? And then I'll just buy it and it'll be some mushky ass freaking thing I'll never touch or want to see.
Fair enough.
You know,
fair
I'll put too much sentimental value on things. I just bought a bunch of shit like that.
Yeah.
Fair. Yeah. No, mine has to be the one jacket I bought. I fucking hate. I still regret it to this day.
Which jacket?
The one that I had on my Instagram post, the Montclair jacket.
Oh, how much was that? If you don't mind
I'm,
asking.
I'm not gonna say it on the pod.
It has a cartoon on the inside.
Yo,
Yeah.
this good. Pardon?
It has a cartoon on the inside and shit.
Yeah, it does.
Ooh,
Yeah.
because
do you
they-
wear it often? Do you get your use out of it?
Yeah, I've wore it like 3 times.
Oh my god, yo. रोज पाया कर रहे.
Yeah.
Sorry.
This
I wore it
guy.
like I wore it like 3 times.
I
He,
would.
like, posted on Instagram and then that was it. Retired it.
That was
Yeah.
it's in the closet, in the back of the closet. It's like
If I had a nice designer, like if I invested in a nice jacket like that, I would keep it for transit. Like I feel like I would wear it while I'm going somewhere, but I would just take it off when I'm there. and
Yeah,
shit. You know what I mean?
So
I would just
your designer, you would wear it on the way there, but you wouldn't wear
yeah,
it
because
at the
I
place?
just like to look good when I'm traveling and shit, yo. And then like when I'm there, I'd
Lucky.
probably be like, Kanye, yo, just leave it in the car and shit. or something.
this guy has been saying the most out of pocket shit this whole podcast.
Dude, that's
but we're not gonna.
fucking
We're
who I am.
gonna. We're gonna just.
I'm big on traveling.
Just
I'll buy outfits just for a fucking travel.
Yo,
bro.
Yeah.
You
But
know,
you should get your use out of it otherwise.
just
Yeah.
nod your head and just agree. Just like
Nah.
yep.
Wow.
Well, but
I'm honest to death, bro.
okay. Fucking hell. So wait, so the dumbest thing you bought is Amazon stuff? Just a bunch of Amazon
Dog
stuff?
toy?
Dog toy?
Yeah. Let me think about this actually. Yeah, honestly, I don't really like to buy that much stuff for myself.
Mm-hmm.
I have siblings, so I just like take my sister's stuff, which I'm sure she hates.
Yeah.
Fair enough. My
That's
sister
pretty
steals
dope.
all my fucking hoodies too, man.
What was the
Smart.
most money you've ever spent in one cart at Aritzia?
Ooh.
Ooh, like probably like $600.
Damn. How much? Okay.
How many things, yo?
How many things? Yeah. Like 3 things.
Like
Yeah, like
two
not
things?
that many. Actually, maybe like 5 or 6 things. It's when I
That's
first
so
started
true.
real estate.
Well, solid, right?
I
Make
think
a
I
little
had, like
fit.
suits, like
Yeah.
they're expensive. It was like for the blazer and the pants. It's like $250 right there.
Yeah.
That's true.
Damn,
ਉਹਦਾ
man.
ਸੋਹਣਾ ਚਾਹੀਦਾ ਬਲੇਜ਼ਰ ਬਲੂਜ਼ਰ
Yeah.
Yeah.
ਪਾਉਣਾ
look
ਹੁੰਦਾ
like
ਡੀਲਾਂ
professional.
Yeah.
I've been thinking of getting a super puff recently.
It's worth it.
Is it?
I might be biased, but I think.
Listen to
it's
me,
worth
bro. India ਤੋਂ ਬਣਾਇਆ ਤੂੰ ਕਿ ਟੇਲਰ ਤੋਂ ਪਸਦਾ ਸੇ ਯਾਰ.
it. Yeah, right. Layer up in the fleecy jackets, and that's it.
Oh my God.
You know, I have friends that like instead of wearing luxury suits, they just get like this like really good tailor in India to make it for like hella cheap, and then they just come here and just pump it, yo, and it looks sick.
I feel like a well-tailored suit looks better than just like a generic like branded suit. Anyways, it's about
Yeah,
the
yeah,
fit.
yeah. It's about the fit. I know what you mean. Because
Straight
that
up.
one BI I went to, they had they rented me a suit, but I got it tailored like 6 months in advance, and that shit was crazy.
What's your thoughts on designer?
Designer. I feel like a lot of times it can be overrated, and it's like a fake display of wealth.
Yeah.
So you have to be like careful with it.
Mhm.
But if you splurge on like a nice thing for yourself, that's totally alright too.
Mm-hmm. Fair
And
enough.
especially like during milestones.
Yeah.
Like
To like kind of cement it.
yeah.
Yeah, fair
definitely.
enough. What's your favorite album of all time?
Take care, Drake.
No way.
That's
Goated.
sick.
I always listen to that one song on it. Holy shit, I can't remember the name, yo.
I was gonna say Marvin's Room.
No.
This guy's in his feels.
No. Not Marvin's Room, yo. It's the one that's
For
like,
me, it's Make Me Proud. If I'm ever like down,
yeah,
I listen to that song. Drake hypes me up, and I'm like, okay, ready to go now.
that's beast.
Is Drake your favorite artist?
He actually is, but I just feel like it's like
a safe
he's like
answer.
everybody's favorite artist.
Yeah,
but it's
yeah.
well deserved. Like
It
this
is.
guy's been like grinding, making like bangers on bangers.
Yeah. You heard his new song, Search and Rescue?
No.
It's a good song.
Came out like yesterday.
Came out like yesterday.
I
So-
thought people didn't like
on
it.
Everyone's like he made it by like everyone thinks it was AI that made it. It's trippy. I'll play it for you after.
Yeah.
Trippy.
Yeah, it's mango.
What song are you thinking of?
Hold up, yo.
This guy's looking for the song.
Fucking gotta find
On
the
Take
song.
Care. What is
Yeah.
it? Crew Love.
It's Over My Dead Body.
Oh, that one's a good one.
Yeah.
That one's a piano and
Underrated.
shit. Cause I saw this one TikTok where he was at a concert like recently, and he was sitting on a sofa singing the song. And I saw that TikTok, and I got all these memories from grade 8 back.
Yeah.
And I really like the song, so I listened to it like all day yesterday.
Yeah.
What's the cringiest thing a guy could do on a first date?
Not pay for the bill first of all.
Oh.
Don't be doing that.
Okay.
Yeah.
Especially the first date.
Don't be dodging it.
Yeah.
ਸਿਆਣੇ ਬਣ ਜਾ ਸਿਆਣੇ ਬਣੋ.
For real. Don't have your butt crack out. Don't be like picking your
Dude, what the
nose.
Yeah, what the hell have you experienced?
You'd be surprised.
Yo, that
you
sounds
know?
personal. You don't
Yeah,
have your
you're
butt
talking
crack
to
out?
I've seen too many butt cracks out. Like
Oh, that's
not even on
cap.
first dates, but other people's first dates. I'm like looking in and I'm like people watching and their crack is just fully out. Like don't
Holy.
you feel the hava on your ass, bro? Like
Yo,
do
is
something
it,
about this.
there's a new epidemic of ass cracks, bro.
That's crazy.
That should just be out. I know, cause that traumatizes me too at the stores and shit.
Yeah.
I don't like people on dates, but it's like, yo, it's nuts, man.
Okay,
People
where's
really don't know their whole ass is out.
Right?
It's like, yo, how do you know? I know right away if like even like my shirt goes up because I'll
Yeah.
feel the hava.
Yeah.
I'll be like,
Straight.
fuck, right?
Yeah, that's right.
And then I'll never wear that chuggy again because like it's too small.
Yes.
Right? Like,
Great. Continue on the dating topic. Where's the worst spot a guy can take a girl on a first date?
I don't know. I feel like I'm
Parking
kind
lot?
of.
Parking lot,
I'm-
movie.
Oh yeah, parking lot definitely.
Yeah.
If your first date better include some sort of like food or activity,
Mm-hmm.
and then just like add a little bonus in there. Maybe like get her a little gift or something if you want to go above and beyond. Like something small, not like something like creepy right off the bat, like a ring or
yeah,
something.
Yeah.
Or like
Hi, hi.
a chocolate bar or like something.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Two more things before we end it off. What's this question's kind of layered. The last question's gonna be about real estate to end it off. Okay. What's the biggest red flag in both a guy and a girl?
I think a biggest red flag for a girl, like friend wise or like as a
Just in
as a
general.
friend?
Just in general.
For a girl and otherwise, I think it would be like telling other people's business. Because if they're telling other people's business, they're probably telling your business to other
That's
people
facts.
too.
Facts.
That's actually the biggest fact I've ever heard. People will be in this false reality, like, haha, they just tell me other people's business,
Yeah.
and they'll be playing themselves that they're not doing them like that.
Yeah, 100%.
Like, they'll be playing themselves.
100%. And then for guys, I would say if they're like entitled or they're like bragging about different things in their life, I feel like that just reeks of like inner insecurity. Like you shouldn't ever have to like boast about what you have or like this or that.
Yeah,
Like, it's different if you like accomplished something and you're like proud of it and you're saying it in like a humble way.
Yeah.
But if you're just like, yeah, like this belt was like $500. Like I just spent like $3,000 this weekend. Like, okay.
So, right? Yeah, like so.
yeah,
You know, you
that could mean
should-
so many things.
That's why I don't like talking about money, to be honest.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Fair enough.
No, I don't know, man. Yeah, that shit's mangled, bro.
Yeah. All right. To end off, final question. What's the weirdest thing that a client has requested of you from a property
They want to have.
that they want to have in a
Weirdest
property? Yeah, I'll be hearing like this. He's like, "Itte spice kitchen bana sakte hain?" Like some shit like that. You never know. You never know.
ਇੱਥੇ
Yeah.
ਪੰਜ basement ਆ ਬਣ ਸਕਦੀ ਹੈ
Rent route charna really like.
Wait, what?
Mortgage ਦੀ payment check ਕਰੀ.
ਕਿੰਨੀਆਂ basement ਆ ਬਣ
I don't think I've had any weird requests just because houses in Vancouver are so expensive as
Yeah.
is. People don't want to request anything that will like jack the price up. So far I haven't had any requests. But one of the first houses that I helped sell, it had a really weird feature. So they had you walk in, living room, kitchen on the second floor, and then you go up the stairs and there's a spice kitchen in the master bedroom.
What the
Like
fuck?
where
what the
where
fuck?
the closet used to be. They
What are
put
you
a
trying to
spice
cook up?
right?
Yo, they probably had a fetish or some shit.
Yo.
They probably used to like cook paronti or something. Like fucking.
So you're not kitchen, that kitchen,
Right?
Yo.
Probably were like, yo, as soon as
Bro,
I wake
took
up.
breakfast in bed to a whole different level.
Yeah,
Yeah.
bro, straight. Don't you have to go
Straight,
yeah.
downstairs?
They got rid of their like master bathroom and master closet, and then just put a kitchen.
Even the bathroom?
even the bathroom.
Yo,
the fuck?
who would rather have a kitchen in their bedroom than a closet than a
Nah,
bathroom?
That's fucked. No, that's
It's
actually
wild.
Yo, bro, they're probably cooking up some shit. Probably either cooking crack or had a fetish, yo. No other options, yeah.
Crack in the bedroom.
Yeah,
fucked.
it's
Yeah,
like
no one's
gotta
gonna
keep it close.
expect it.
Who's gonna check your bedroom for crack for a little lab in
Yeah.
there?
That's
Legit,
why
right?
it's kitchen.
You got a whole meth lab in there. You don't know what
Wait,
I'm
but somebody was down to like buy the house, so like fuck it. Like,
It was on the market for a while.
Yeah.
Eventually.
Of course it fucking was. I would never buy that shit.
Yeah. They like go through the house and they're like, okay, yeah, it's looking good. And then they go upstairs, like into the master bedroom, and look over, just like a kitchen. And there's like, it's not like it's a suite. There's no other entrance point.
Yeah.
It was
It was just in
confusing.
there.
I'd be fucking so like rattled. Like, what the fuck are you making in here?
Yeah, because there's no bathroom, so it's not like it's a rental
Imagine
thing.
just like someone just got lazy. Like I don't want to go downstairs at midnight to make snacks and shit. Let me just make a kitchen upstairs.
Yeah.
No way, bro. That's so much money you take out a bathroom and a closet.
Dude, some
Probably
people are
just
just.
fucking-
Some people have like. thing
Who
like,
would rather walk downstairs to take a tutty than to walk downstairs to get a snack, bro? You gotta have a
Very
bathroom
true.
in your room, bro.
You have to.
100%.
You have to, bro. Like, there's no other option. You know what?
We're saying this like everyone already has a bathroom in their room or something. Like it sounds so fucking entitled.
Oh, I do, I do.
No, there was a bathroom like on the same floor, but you had to like walk down a little bit.
Yeah.
Man, that's
That's
wild.
no
Wow.
shit though. Like what the hell?
Yeah, that was kind of a hard sell.
Yeah. You sold it though?
Yeah, we got
Of course, man.
Vancouver, right? Of course.
Yeah.
Someone probably was like, "Fuck it, man, that's the best I can get."
Yeah, for real.
No, you can just start taking a shower in the sink or some shit.
Yeah, and then you have to like
For the first
change
time.
your perspective on how you present it. Because I was like, okay, like you can build stairs and do like a different entryway, and then it can be like a studio. I'm like, it can be good investment, mortgage helper. So if you like present it like there's a kitchen in the master bedroom, people are gonna be like, what the fuck? But if you're like,
Yeah.
this is what you can do with it, then they're like, okay. Like,
They're more like
think about
inclined
it.
to like at least like look at it, right?
That's
Yeah.
true, yo. Because when you just said there's a kitchen in the fucking
Bathroom, I was tripping.
in the
yo.
bedroom, I was tripping, right? But if you were like, oh, mortgage helper, rent,
Yeah.
I'd be seeing dollar bills, yo.
Yeah,
Like, oh,
exactly.
It's a business
Right?
opportunity.
Yeah, I can even invest in it
Investment
Exactly.
right now.
investment.
That's actually sick,
All right,
yo.
yo. That's
Sick
been fun.
podcast.
Before we end off, I just want to ask you two questions. One, what did you think of the podcast? And two, what's some advice that you have for someone that wants to get into real estate?
Yeah, so this podcast was actually really fun. I feel like it's really easy to talk to you guys.
Solid.
I didn't feel like awkward at all, so
Yeah, we're laughing way too much. This
Really?
pod is just
Chilling.
like a chaotic pod.
Chilling.
that's good. And I like how you guys had like it structured and some questions prepared. It's not like we're just like we get here and then we're like, oh,
Yeah,
like,
yeah,
what should we
yeah.
talk about?
Yeah, yeah.
So that was good. What was the second question again?
What's some advice that you have for someone that wants to get into real estate?
Yeah, advice to get into real estate is have your expectations low. I think when you think of realtor, you think of like they sell a couple houses a year and they're like super up, but that's gonna come with time. You have to be very patient And honestly, for the first 6 months to a year, like don't expect anything. Just head down, learn as much as you can. Truly tune in to why you're doing this and like how you can help other people.
Yeah.
And I think that authenticity will carry through your career. And also, it's not like you can't think of it as like a temporary thing. I'm just gonna like enter the industry, sell a few houses, and then that's it. Like, it's a long term game. It's like building connections, gaining knowledge about the market, having people trust you, and relaying that information.
100%. All right.
That's a wild answer, yo. Thank you so much. That was genuine. I love the podcast. It says genuine vibes, solid conversation. I'm happy.
I know
I'm
you've
happy.
been happy. I don't know. You
Good
were on
vibes,
some
bro.
psychotic shit.
Well, I have
Like,
exams
but,
right now,
yeah,
right?
you know, you can enjoy life. But
Shit was
appreciate
solid
every
break.
single one of you guys tuning into the podcast this week. Really big shout out to Realtor Dee. Check her out on TikTok, all our social medias. We'll link it down below. On that note, it's been your boy, Man Over Nick Deep, and Realtor Dee.
Peace
See you
out.
next pod. Peace out.
Thank you.